I'm in Max. You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Hello. Hi. Hi, I am Adam, and you are watching Happy Jack's, or listening to Happy Jack's RPG. This is an actual play. We are playing a game I'm calling Interpol X Origins, a Monster of the Week actual play. And we are doing this as the kickoff game for our Rainbow Railroading fundraiser.
Yay!
So we are doing a 26.5-hour marathon that started off with our podcast, and this will be our first game. There will be a game every 4 hours from here on out until 8 p.m.
tomorrow.
8 p.m. tomorrow. I will not be in them. This is all I got. But we're doing this as a response to there was a thing that came out, and there was some discussion about a problem with a game that seemed insensitive to a real world problem, and rather than complain about it on the internet, we decided to do something to help the real world problem.
Yes.
And hey, you know what? The game issue kind of is working itself out, and we get to still focus on a solution. So we're doing this to raise money for Rainbow Railroad, which is an organization that helps LGBTQIA+ people around the world escape from places where their lives are in danger. And right now we're focusing on Chechnya, where a terrible tragedy is happening. It is essentially a genocide against LGBT people, and we are trying to help out in whatever meager way we can.
Yeah.
So
for this, just a little bit more about Rainbow Railroading. We have all these prizes. So we actually have a game system that we're giving away for every game that's run tonight.
Oh.
So if you are the top donor during that game, you will win one of the game systems we have. They're PDFs, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a couple minutes. So that is the immediate prize. For the top donors of the 24-hour stream, the top two, we have these cool little dice bag with little patches and stuff, and they're rainbow dice that glow in the dark. Woo. So there's these cool little packages. So we're giving those away so you don't have to be here for the whole stream, but if you give of the 24 hours from when we started the podcast to tomorrow night, if we're all still coherent, if you're the top donor, the two top donors will win those. And the donation page is actually staying live to the end of the calendar year. So
nice.
we're going. So even if you aren't able to be here live tonight, we get it. Like, it's totally fine. It's going to be up for a really long time, and so the top 4 donors of between when we started it and the end of the calendar year, no matter when they donated in that time, the top 4 donors will get to play in an online game with Jason GMing. So we'll make that work. Cool. So we've got prizes for everybody, whether they're able to be here live or not.
Yeah, and if you have not played in a game with Jason Mills GMing it, you have not played.
Yes.
So he is an amazing and wonderful GM, and it's a very exciting prize, I assure you.
Yes.
So I take it for granted because I get to play with him GMing all the time. But perks. But also, the top donator during this game will win one of these game systems that we're going to give away, and also I will match the top donation during this game personally up to $150. So please make me pay $150.
Yes, absolutely.
I would love to see that. Anyway, so that's what's going on this session.
Yeah, and the games that we're giving away are from Evil Hat. They were awesome, and they donated them. So you get to choose between 3 of their new systems that they're releasing. So they've got Uprising RPG, Tachyon Squadron, and Improv for Gamers. So those are the three systems that you can. Yes.
Yeah.
So those are cool, very cool, and that was really awesome of them to donate for this amazing cause. So thank you, Evil Hat.
Thank you, Evil Hat. Yes.
Thank you.
And now that all of that is over,
Yes. So welcome to Interpol X Origins. We are playing Monster of the Week, and this is going to be a mini-game mechanic called Hide and Seek by a designer named Alex Flanagan. It is, in Monster of the Week is by Michael Sands, of course. But Hide and Seek is available on, I know it's on Drive-Thru RPG. I believe it's a pay what you want PDF. But if anybody knows Alex Flanagan or passes this on to him, tell him thank you for doing this, because I'm really excited about running this.
yeah.
And I'm altering it heavily, so we'll see how it goes. Sorry if I make you horrible. But anyway, I am Adam. I am your keeper. And we have players, and these players and their characters are...
Oh, we're starting with me?
Yeah, we're starting with you.
All right. Hey, guys. It's Joey here, and I am playing Sergeant Andrew Drew Hawkins, a British soldier from the... Are we saying what time period we're in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We said 1945?
47.
47. So a British soldier in the World War II era.
I am Clara. I'm playing Lucia Gallardo, a demon who has switched sides and was installed in the Spanish Civil War and has hopped bodies since then.
I'm Nick. I'm playing Billy Parker, an American, and he's kind of a sniveling little... How much should we say about?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sniveling little charlatan assassin, kind of
Yes.
opportunist, modeled after Peter Lorre, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
Do the voice
So
the
good.
entire time. But
I have faith in you.
We believe.
we'll
I
see.
want you to try.
I'm going to need more whiskey.
Yes.
Oh, I live.
Yeah.
Well, that we've got. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
And I'm Kimmy, and I am playing the professional, and I am playing a character called Liliana Volkor. And,
Yes!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
so this is Liliana, like, before she's gone down the dark path, she's still, like, a spy. She's met her demon friend, but doesn't have a bunch of the powers or anything really yet, so...
Yes.
Doesn't really know about her soon-to-be future.
Nope.
Sorry, as a fan of Interpol X, I'm geeking out. So just give me a
Right?
moment.
I haven't
Yeah.
done the Russian accent for a while, though, so it's going to take a little while to, like,
It's
warm
alright.
up to it.
I was going to
Fine.
say, I don't want to do a Spanish accent. I don't want to offend anyone.
Totally.
We've
totally
done worse
okay.
on the podcast.
I know,
Yeah.
I don't do
You also
accents.
don't have to do it.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
okay.
So when
Maybe I
so Interpol X was an AP that we did here on Happy Jacks. I ran a campaign of it, about 12 sessions. Kimmy as Liliana Volkor was one of the player characters, and it had been established that she had been around for quite a while. And not aging, and we discovered why in the game. And so now we're seeing her before all of that happened, and we're going to explore some of her history as well as these other characters. Just a little bit about Interpol X in this setting Interpol X was a team of Interpol-sponsored monster hunters who traveled around the globe. One of the conditions I gave all of the players when they were going to make characters was no more than one character at the table could be an American. And accents were not required, but were heavily encouraged.
They were terrible.
Yes, yeah.
I feel less bad now.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
and because Nick and Claire are not really familiar with the setting, I'm just going to kind of give you just one little thing that kind of came out of the fiction that can be kind of important, and that is that we discovered as we were playing this game that there are basically two sides of magic. There's demon magic, and then there's fey magic, and they're eternally at odds with each other. But those are basically the only two sources of supernatural things happening in this world.
Okay.
But other than that, everything's kind of open to interpretation. So, like, you know, if there are vampires show up, then those vampires are really either based in Fey world or they're based in the demon world. So, yeah. Yes, Clara.
Is there a god?
Or
of
If there are
gods.
demons, I feel like there should be, but I don't know what the.
It depends on who you ask, because if you ask the Fae, yes, there are gods, and they are we. Yeah.
Okay.
If
Fair
you,
flip.
yeah. If you ask demons, they would probably say no. There are only false gods.
Awesome.
Yeah. If so it's kind of open to interpretation. If you want there to obviously plenty of people believe in the Christian God. So if you want to assume that is a reality, go for it. We didn't really touch on that, so I will let you kind of play with that.
Awesome.
Maybe we'll see. So. And just real quickly, I kind of pre-made characters, which is not something I usually do for PBTA games, but I wanted to speed things along. So I let everybody kind of give me some ideas or pick from some options. But basically, I statted out all the characters, picked their moves. So the only thing we've got to do is figure out bonds. Right? So if you look on the back of your character sheet, there's a section for history. Some of them are crossed out. If you want to glance through those really quick and knowing only as much as you do about the characters as we just introduced, if you want to pick one of those for one other character at the table. So we're not normally. I would do all of them, and I'd have you pick one for each person, and you've known each other for a long time. But for the other three characters at the table, you will know one of them and have one of these histories with them. The other two you will be meeting for the first time, probably. Okay. So it's a little different than I usually do with PBTA, but we're going to do that. So if you guys want to do that really quick, and I tell them about donations?
Yeah.
Or has anybody donated since we started?
Here, I can do that right now while they're
okay.
trying to think about it.
Okay.
So let's see. It's refreshing. Oh, wow, yes.
Oh,
So, wow, we've had a couple. So
Awesome.
we have, I'm not saying last names, but Michael and Christopher have both donated. Christopher is the top donor of this game so far with a $150 donation.
Nice! Christopher, you're my
awesome.
favorite.
Michael, thank you so much. Christopher, thank you so much. It's amazing.
That's so
Yes.
sweet.
So good.
If you guys know how much I love to spend my money on things that are good for other people, this makes me really happy.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Christopher, so much. That's really awesome.
Yes.
Also, who was our highest donor of during the podcast? Because they're going to win.
Yeah, they're winning
right?
too, and that ended up still being, I believe, Lloyd.
Lloyd, yay!
Yes,
Thank you,
very
Lloyd.
good. Thank you.
So and yeah, if you're a normal listener of APs here on Happy Jacks, normally we try to limit interaction and interruptions, but we are going to break occasionally and talk about donations and because there is a greater purpose to all of this.
Yeah. So this is not normally how we run things. So if you are
Yes.
new to listening or watching, we don't usually stop games and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But we're going to do that
Commercial
tonight. So
breaks.
live with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
legit.
yeah. Okay, so does anybody have an idea?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay, what do you have?
Kimmy,
Yeah.
how do you feel about kind of being Drew's Nick Fury?
Okay.
I'm going with they taught you to control your powers to the extent that you can control them at all.
Okay.
I think it would also be fun to play into because I'm playing the Spooky Playbook, and that's a
Yeah.
fun irony coming up.
Absolutely. I
Right.
like it.
Okay.
It's very nice. I like it a lot.
Where did Liliana and Drew meet?
I feel like I was assigned to you.
Right. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Like part of like Interpol X, like I'm the agent, you're the talent, the magic one. So okay, you have to teach them, you have to watch them, make sure they don't hurt anybody for a while. Yeah.
Oh, I got a yes and. Woo! Okay. All right. Yeah.
Nick, remind me of your character.
Can we actually? Can we alter that a little bit? See what you think of
Sure.
this. You were assigned to Drew by the NKGB, which is
Okay.
the precursor to the KGB at this
Right.
time. It was your Russian intelligence agency that assigned you to befriend and teach this young man who seemed to have magical powers.
I like
So-
it.
Part of the thing that I didn't reveal to you guys yet is that this is slightly before the Grey Division started. So the Grey Division was the official
Okay.
part of Interpol. So you guys are not Interpol agents yet.
Okay. Good to know.
You
right,
may
that's
or may
important.
not be
Yes.
later if you survive.
If we survive.
We are great at it.
If it's good.
Grey Division is what will eventually be formed.
Oh, okay.
That's like the
Okay.
division that like handles like supernatural stuff,
The Mulder and
Yeah.
Scully division.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
except with fae and demons and not aliens.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm calling this Interpol X Origins,
Yeah.
because at this point, it doesn't exist.
Right.
So we're kind of like Interpol X Agent Carter.
Yeah.
At the end, they're like,
Yeah.
God, we need a division for this.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm here
right?
for it. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So, yeah. I
So-
forgot how much I did or did not tell you guys. So, anyway. But I also don't want to, like, well, I'm railroading a little bit, because this is Rainbow Railroading. Hashtag. Okay. Claire, did you have one for Lucia?
I was thinking that because I am a demon and you have a pact with a demon, you saved them from another of your kind and prevented reprisals. I would ask to adjust a little bit. I think maybe I extended his sentence. Or delayed his sentence is actually what it was.
Oh, okay.
So, like, maybe your time was up a lot earlier, and I was able to pop in and be like, actually, maybe another 6 years.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
like
One of the things that I gave Nick as part of his character was that he made a deal with a demon to become super awesome and rich, and that's coming due soon. Yeah.
So, we would each have a relation with one other from our side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be the same person who had a relationship with you. So like Billy could have a relationship with Drew.
Right.
So
But not
yeah.
Kimmy because he already has a relationship with Kimmy.
No.
No. Okay.
It's just, and you might have met other people. So, like, yes, you have this sort of relationship with Lucia, obviously,
Right.
because she has picked that. But you might have another relationship with one of the others.
And what's
So-
your thing, Joey?
I was a soldier fighting in World War II. I wandered into the Feywild, or the Fey realm in this game in France, and basically missed the end of the war. And while I was there, I befriended a Fey, and he gave me powers, but at a price because the Fey don't do anything for free.
Accurate.
Sound like a goody two shoes.
Oh, total goody two shoes.
Not my type.
No, they are the worst always.
Oh no, I'm a goody two shoes. I will follow the rules to the letter.
Yeah, to the letter. That contract, man. Nice.
You say,
Well, I'm thinking because I kind of like. I was looking at either one of you two because of the demon relation. I kind of like that. Yeah, maybe. So I'm thinking mine is this hunter worked with you on a semi-legal or illegal job. Work out what it is. You into that?
oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yes.
I have it as part of my headcanon. Does it count if it's my own character?
Yes.
That after
Counts
the,
even more.
after the Spanish Civil War, my character changed bodies and hopped into, because she wanted to go to Hollywood,
Okay.
which is maybe where we met, and
Okay.
did something illegal.
Okay. Sweet.
That said, I kind of also like the idea of you knowing me as Steve Buscemi.
Nice. Not the Steve Buscemi.
Not the, but
Maybe he was there when
that-
you changed bodies.
oh, that would,
Oh.
that would be
That would be cool.
horrifying and wonderful.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's your companion.
Well, I'm thinking he was running like he's an opportunist, but he was also like just running little cons and just crappy little. And I'm thinking like a sort of seance maybe
Oh,
con
yes.
that maybe we did together, or maybe you were a heavy. Well, you wouldn't have been a heavy. You would have been maybe more of the
I'm trying to remember what the word is for it now.
yeah.
Eye candy, the distracting
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah, they were running
honeypot.
on, like, yeah, the honeypot. Yeah, that's,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what it's called.
I
Yeah.
love being a fake medium. So yes,
and
anytime.
maybe just a series of stuff like we just came up with.
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
Go out drinking and just come up like, oh, what if we did this? Or what if we
Yes.
did that? Cool. Let's give that a try.
I like
Yeah.
him.
Like, yeah, I think that would be fun.
yes.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. What's your character name again?
Lucia.
Lucia.
Oh, and it makes, it'll make me traveling companion make so much more sense.
What? Yeah, mine too.
Oh yeah.
My buddy.
Mine too. So, and what were you? Who did you go by when we knew each other? Then?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I would have.
Is it a different body?
No,
or
it's
is
the
it
same.
the same
I think
body?
I changed bodies for that character,
Oh,
for
okay.
that con.
Oh, so you changed into Lucia.
So you met me as a male.
Gotcha.
And was like, oh, that's cool. I guess you're.
Oh, so maybe we came up with
magic.
something where we needed
Yeah.
a female.
honeypot.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys
like,
came up with this
Gotcha. Okay.
great idea for a
like
con,
that. Right.
And then you're like, it's too bad we don't have this like voluptuous
Right.
Spanish woman or
Right.
something.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
And then the next day, your friend, Pedro disappeared, and Lucia
Right.
shows up. Oh.
You're like, why?
Right.
No. Okay. Whatever.
All right.
I like it. Okay. Cool.
Does he know that you switched bodies, or have you kept that secret from him?
Do you want to know? Actually, he would because I delayed his sentence for.
Oh,
him.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I have a feeling that I don't know how scary I am.
Cool.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Right.
I like it.
How about you, Kimmy, for Liliana?
So I have one. I don't know if this will work, but it says you are related. Tell them how close. I feel like one of you should be related to my patron. Like it's the same demon, and maybe I don't know it. Maybe I don't realize because I'm just sort of like, oh, there's something weird up with me right now. I don't even know because I don't know that I'm gonna end up a spooky someday.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, you're running from your, or you changed sides in your patron, so maybe you're kind of like the Mephistopheles to
Oh,
her patron.
heck yeah! I why not? I have to. Part of my character is that I get calls from hell every once in a while or something. I have a dark master, so and he doesn't know that I've switched sides. So it could very well be like I just had to do something. I just had to be like, they're like, yeah, turn a soul. Her.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the ritual already happened because
Okay.
my character, like in World War II, I was working with what would one day be Interpol against the Nazis, and I broke in on like an occult Nazi ritual, and things got fucked up, and somehow I ended up with the demon they were trying to summon as like my boss.
It's gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
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 Great. But I'm still not at the point where I like can use it or really probably even realize that's what happened. Like I thought it was a bunch of bogus bullshit, like
right.
crazy
Maybe I
Nazi
have-
people.
I was gonna say maybe
Yeah.
I gotta change it. Maybe that's how I got onto Earth.
Oh.
I was summoned by Nazis.
Oh my god.
Maybe that
Claire
ritual
gonna be
did
my
work, right?
patron? Oh
Maybe
my
you're
God.
trying to figure out like how to get that where it's supposed to go.
Oh, that's true too. Like
Good
I
omens
have a
it.
lost
Good omens
demon.
it.
Yeah. All
Hey,
right.
chat room, if you remember the name of Liliana's patron, I do not have it written
I
down.
don't either. I don't know if we ever
I thought he
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
name.
I think I mentioned it at one
started
point.
with like a B, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Anyway.
Well,
I-
like
I thought
But
Svetlana
not
mentioned it
important.
at some point.
Yeah. I think she did. She said like you smell like so and so or something.
so we're
Well, okay. So Liliana has the same patron as Clara's master, or Liliana's patron is Clara's master.
yes.
Okay. Oh, Lucia's not Clara.
Sorry. It means the same thing.
Does it?
Yeah, Clara is like the root Claire, like Blue Claire, where
Oh.
is light,
I was like,
and Lucia is
name?
Lucia,
Drew.
or like Lucifer, which also means light.
and Nick, I'm sorry, what was your character's name again?
Billy.
Billy. Okay.
Billy. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. I'm not going to tell you how to play this little mini game. You're going to
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to figure out. It's basically an extremely extended special move that adds on to the other things that you can do. But you'll find out if you're doing something right when you do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so the snow is falling down on this tiny little train station in the Swiss Alps as each of you, along with your traveling companions, are boarding the Glacier Express, an 8-hour train ride through the Alps, through the snow, through the mountains, twists and turns, and tunnels galore. It is cold. It is December. It is December 12th, as a matter of fact. And each of you, in turn, boards and heads to the lodging car with your companion. Let's start with let's see. Each of you roll a die. Roll a d6. I need some randomization.
You want it in the...
Yeah, it's fine.
This is my rainbow dice.
Aha.
Right. Okay. That's going to be problematic.
Right, yeah.
I got a 5.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So we start with Liliana Volkor, or whatever you're calling yourself right now, and you are walking with your bags through the hallway into your cabin with Anton, your handler, who has come to retrieve you from your latest assignment.
Okay.
And Anton is a little older than you, handsome, but a little severe, very by the book, and very devoted to Mother Russia.
All right.
And he holds the cabin door open for you, and allows you to step inside.
Thank you, Anton.
You're very welcome. I do not wish to make this more unpleasant than it needs to be.
Well, I think that we are both used to things only being as pleasant as they have to be.
Perhaps so. Once we reach the terminus, we will board the other train, return to Moscow, and find a new assignment.
Very good. Do you know anything about the teammates that they want me to work with?
I only know of one. Her name is Svetlana. She seems to be quite talented, but young and green. Perhaps you will teach her.
Perhaps. Hopefully she learns the lessons before she dies. It's always so inconvenient when they die before. You know, when you've spent time working with them, it's a waste of time.
Yes. That is how I feel about Pavel. It is a shame you could not keep him alive.
There's only so much that I can do. If they're not up to the task of what we do, then the bullets sort it out.
And as you do your epic eye roll, the signature Liliana eye roll at Anton.
I don't get to call people meat suits, though. I'm very sad.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You see a very bubbly, dark-haired young lady dragging her brother along the hallway. Come on, Drew, let's go. I want to see our cabin.
I'm coming. I have to carry the luggage, you know.
Well, hurry. If we don't get to Laz's place before soon, I just don't know what I'll do. I'm just going to swoon and die.
I understand, but I can't make the train go any faster, can I?
Well, perhaps you can. Can't you go order them around or something?
They're not part of the military service. I don't have that kind of connection.
Oh, you're such a bother. Well, you can at least make the time go faster. Entertain me. Will you tell me one of your stories?
Ugh.
You hear from the cabin that you pass by.
I know that.
Yeah.
Here, why don't I get you set up in the cabin, and I will meet you in the dining car, and I will regale you with one of my stories over tea.
Oh, that sounds delightful. I can't wait to see Lars and meet his family. I hear his father is quite dashing and sweet.
Yes, I've heard many good things about that family.
Yes. Won't you please hurry along?
I will be right behind you.
Oh, I'm so bored. She goes into your cabin.
Oh, she's gonna be a problem.
It would be such a shame if she didn't make it.
That's my sister you're speaking about.
The bullets will slow it out.
I pause in front of Liliana's cabin just to confirm my suspicions that sigh and eye roll was Liliana.
The eye roll you heard?
The eye roll.
You can hear that eye roll.
Yeah. It is a loud eye roll, yes.
Yeah.
Very thick Russian accent of an eye roll.
How long ago did she teach you how to use your magic?
Let's see. The war ended in, 45?
Mm-hmm.
So probably about a year ago?
Okay. Do you look the same as you did a year ago?
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my hair might be a little different, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not at the point yet where people are like, you look like you did in, the 40s. And
Right,
it's
yeah.
19, I guess it'd be the 2000s. When this
Mm-hmm.
I'm already
Yeah.
so tired, I don't remember what year it is.
I know, right? Yeah.
Just started,
Oh.
first
It's going to be a long
Yeah.
night.
Oh,
Yeah.
good luck, Godspeed.
Yeah.
I know I'm having debates on whether to drink more of my coffee so that I have the energy to make it through the game, or drink more of the whiskey now so that I have the coffee to sober me up.
Yeah.
Porque no los dos.
Put the whiskey in the coffee.
Yes.
And drink it all
I
up.
agree.
Yes.
All right.
I might have to do that. Okay. I'll just alternate.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Double fisting.
Double fist up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So
I
yes,
will-
you look in the cabin, and it is without a doubt. What was your name then?
I think I probably still went by Liliana.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I think because that's her name, and so she's a spy, but she was assigned to help him by official people, so she wasn't undercover. I don't think.
Yeah.
And then eventually she's with a demon. So who the fuck are you gonna be?
Right,
What are you
yeah.
gonna do to me if you know my name, asshole?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if they know your name, even as a demon.
That's true.
All right, so I'll look into oh, bother. And
Who are you? Move on.
sorry,
There
Just-
is nothing to see here.
just an old friend.
Drew,
Oh, Liliana.
what are you doing here?
You
I
know
know.
this person, Liliana?
Yes, I do.
Anton is kind of towering over you. He's kind of a lot of muscle and very tall.
So
There's no turn someone on in here. Nope.
no,
I don't know this game.
it's a different game.
Damn it.
You're not the bard.
Roll to do it anyway.
What are you? Is there something that you're supposed to be doing here?
Oh, I'm escorting my sister to meet her fiance. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Oh, well, family business is not any of my concern.
Well, glad to see you haven't changed.
It's only been a year.
A lot could happen in a year.
I suppose.
I mean, look at me. Look where I was a year ago.
This is true. Yes.
Where were you a year ago?
I believe that's classified. Above your security clearance, eh? And I would like to use one of my
you better
moves,
use some move.
my telepathy move,
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
to. I'll let you decide if it's investigate a mystery or read a bad situation. Trying to get a read on Anton.
I
Is he a
think
bad situation?
he kind of is. Yeah, actually, neither of those really apply here, but why don't you manipulate someone?
Cool. Oh, I can manipulate someone with that. Good call.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna use one of my middle dice. Don't betray me. I'll
Yeah,
roll
that
that
was a
one.
6.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was
Yeah,
a 6.
yeah, that's totally a
That's
6.
9. That's plus 1 is a 10.
Ah! Ooh, okay. All right. For a normal person, they'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it, or if there's no way they'd do it. So, what did you say to him again? Exactly.
Well, I was just trying to size him up
Oh,
and get an
okay.
idea of
Yeah.
how actually threatening is he? Is he, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell this guy is not to be messed with, but as you're looking into his mind, you see that he's figured out several ways to kill you, and but he is also you can see yourself through his eyes, and he's looking at you. Are you in uniform?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So he's looking at you and kind of thinking you might be an equal.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of like glowers at you for a second, and then he just shrugs, and then he goes and sits down. Yeah. And
Good man.
and that is when a beautiful young woman passes by the hall with a somewhat mousy and tepid looking Swiss man of middling years. And he is going on and on about the glories of the Alps and different kinds of chocolate.
I do like chocolate.
Super Swiss.
That I can get behind.
That is
Super
so much
Swiss,
Swiss
yes.
cheese.
Right. Yes. But the only thing that we do better than chocolate is banking.
Oh.
But
yes.
I've bored you enough with telling you about returns and interest rates and investment capital. You can tell I know as much about banking and sports. So,
I love it when they shoot and get a goal.
right?
Well, there's
Yeah,
batty
actually do
hoops,
that.
shooty hoops, kicky hoops, thurry hoops, pucky hoops, and curling.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Pucky hoops.
We were talking about shooty hoops, and I made the kicky hoops reference.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway. I must say you look ravishing, my dear.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate all the things you bought for me this last trip. You can see she's got, I want to say she's got like 2 shopping bags, and he's got like 4 and a box,
Oh,
like
yeah,
boxes.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we've just gone on the greatest
Yes,
shopping
yes.
trip ever.
Yes. And once we reach my home, I will shower you with gifts. My dear, sweet love, Lucia.
Oh, you're so kind. We do have a private car, yes?
Oh, I'm afraid the private cars were sold out. But we do have this first class car.
It'll do. Well, come along.
Yes,
gonna-
and you pass a very dashing-looking young British soldier standing in the doorway of a cabin. Inside, you see a very stern and severe-looking woman who's rolling her eyes. Beautiful, but eye-rolling.
Lucia, as she walks by, unadulterated stares at Liliana's partner, just for a moment,
Oh.
and keeps going.
He catches your eye, and you hear Drew in his mind. You hear the words "vavoom."
Well, there goes that.
Winks. Can't like wink convincingly, so
Yeah.
and like walks away, leaving. What's my partner's name?
His name is Gregory Malva.
Leaving Gregory just
Yes.
not in the dust, but clearly several steps behind.
Yes. He scurries along behind you, lugging your bags along. As you reach your cabin, you brush past a. How would you describe Billy?
Well, I was going to say mousy, but I used that one already.
No, you can totally use that one.
Short,
Yeah.
slight, not attractive looking. He would blend into the crowd, except he stands out as just kind of funny looking, bulgy eyed. But he has his coat, collar turned up, and his
And you
fedora kind of down.
You look the same since we last saw each other. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh,
but
yes,
maybe a
that's
little
right.
older.
Yeah.
How long ago? Probably. How long since you've been in this form?
It would have been when I met you, so you've known me as long as I've had this body.
Okay.
So
So within 10ish years.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I aged
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. She does
I would
not look
say-
a day older than the last time you saw her 10 years ago.
I would say I look very much older. Hard living.
Oh, you poor sweet man. Yeah. Lucia is going to drop her bags, drop everything, and do the and just give you the biggest hug.
And he recoils a bit and doesn't put his arms, and you just get you get a pat on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, Lucia likes being on Earth for a lot of reasons, but subtlety is not one of them.
This is gonna go so well.
Oh, I'm so excited to see this happen.
Big ol' hug, like maybe like the grab the head almost to the chest hug.
I'm interested.
Remember,
Carry
she
on.
usually like Steve Buscemi.
But not anymore.
Not anymore.
So
You didn't see me hot body. You don't know where I got the last body either. That's the
Right.
scary part.
the Buscemi body.
No, this one.
This one.
I haven't seen you in so long. How have you been? Just
Yes,
squeezing
Lucia.
your cheeks.
Stop, please. What are you doing here?
Oh, wait.
My love, who is this?
Oh, you. We're not married, right?
No.
Awesome.
Unless you want to be.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I kind of do.
okay. Yeah.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to meet my husband. And just manhandles poor Gregory in front, like around.
Hello. I am Gregory. Nice to meet you.
Yes, pleasure, I'm sure. And he looks fidgety and looking around because he doesn't want to be noticed. So he's just kind of
Yeah.
This is too much attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never learned that.
And sort of like coming up behind him, you see a woman who looks like a cross between Stevie Nicks and Carol Burnett as Mrs. Hannigan.
Yes.
Nice.
That is
Thank
the
you.
biggest image. I am here for it. Who is this person?
Word painting.
And is she drunk as well?
Yes, she is.
Oh, yes, Maggie. This is Lucia, right?
Yeah.
This is
Lucia?
Lucia.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
Charmed,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Ah.
Like, does not extend the hand like for a shake, and then retracts it very
And
quickly.
she actually like grabs your hand with both of her hands, and
Oh, I forgot you're a medium.
yeah, and she just goes, just smells.
Oh God.
It's not okay for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Gonna take my hand back.
Yeah.
Gonna get a handkerchief and just.
Billy, they're serving dinner in an hour.
Yes, let's find our car.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he pulls out his
Hold on.
flask and fills her glass again.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Well, she's delightful.
Can you make art
Yes,
imitate
if you
life? Or
say
life
so.
imitate art?
Yes, I can.
Sorry.
Just tell me
Yeah.
when.
Yeah, what was
That's
it that
it.
you brought,
Okay.
Nick? You brought 100 proof. What is it?
Oh, the 103.
103.
I know. I want to try it because it's called Fighting
Cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Fish
Yeah.
gotta swim.
Right?
Great
Yeah.
name.
100.
Great label.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Under $20.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my next
Okay.
sip.
We're
once
gonna
I
I'm
gotta
done.
try some.
If my
Yeah.
nebulous
hang out in
Latin
the
accent
backyard.
gets better as we go on, it's because I have that in here.
Excellent.
Yeah, I keep
That's why I
losing.
love you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sounding like a vampire instead of.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
so
love it.
good. It's so good. Keep it. I
Yeah.
love
I love
it.
it though.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
It only gets better.
So as you guys start to leave, so you guys start to go your separate ways down the corridor. Maggie and Billy heading towards where you had just passed Drew. You and Gregory, you Lucia and Gregory are heading your way towards your cabin. You hear Maggie go, huh? And
Sorry.
and you and Gregory both turn, and she fixates on a point just behind you. And she kind of sniffs the air, and then she walks right back up to you, and she stares just between you, and she goes, And she turns around and follows back behind Billy.
I do not like that woman.
Really? We didn't pick up on that.
I love that she used a sense of smell as opposed to touch.
So good.
Well, just her nose.
It's so unsettling.
Smell like brimstone?
Well,
Let's keep
yes.
an eye on
Yes.
time.
Also, yes.
When she gets to her cabin, just coats herself in like.
And
good perfume.
we will pick up in the dining car after this commercial break.
All right.
How's it going?
We're doing well. And I'll just cut in, so we don't need when there's been some, I'll
okay.
jump
All
in.
right,
But
cool.
we've had Christopher also donated, so thank you so much, Christopher.
Yay! Thank you,
Yay!
Super awesome.
Cool.
Keep it coming. Every little bit helps.
Okay. So the 8 of you are in having dinner in the dining car. The food is actually quite exquisite, although it is mostly like sausages and cheese and bread. Yeah, and
Sounds about right.
Right. Yeah.
The same thing we have been eating
Yeah.
throughout the entire.
I really don't know anything about Switzerland. I just pretend it's Germany, but like less severe.
I'm sure they love that.
I'm sure.
Well, I
like
had
Canada,
both the
Germany.
best and worst meal of my life in Switzerland.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're pretty on par.
Yeah. I mean, they
the
make
same?
Swiss
No.
meatballs. Right.
One was
Oh, no,
like a
that's
really bad
Swedish.
lamb dish, like real bad.
The
And one was
entire
like a really
country.
good chocolate.
Yeah, the entire country is just an IKEA.
Right?
Fine.
Yeah. Wait.
That's Sweden, not Switzerland.
Darn it!
Oh my God.
They both have S's in it.
People,
Come on.
let's not talk anymore. Let's keep going.
All right. I'm so good at this.
The teacher is just like, oh God. Oh, my heart.
Nowhere near each other. Completely different cultures.
So painful.
We love you, all our Swiss and Swedish donors.
Yes, we're gonna stop before we have to have another drive to cover this one.
So I'm
Clara
buying,
dug herself in a hole. Help pay to get her out.
yeah,
I really am sorry.
yeah. I'm buying Clara a map for Christmas.
Thank you.
I'm gonna highlight. It'll be great. Here we go.
Oh, my God. Okay. So each of you are in the dining car with your companions. There are a few other people.
Okay.
And your waiter is there. You have a server who keeps coming in and bringing you food and refilling your drinks and everything. This is an all-inclusive train ride. All of you are riding first class, and it's quite a swanky, lovely affair. Very fancy. So, you are not, the 8 of you are not the only patrons in the room. There are several other people. There's a middle-aged woman sitting alone with dark hair with just a shock of gray streaked through it. She is reading. She's reading a book. But otherwise fairly unengaged with everyone else present. There is a Caucasian man sitting at the bar by himself. He is wearing a hat and a fairly cheap suit. And then there are a few other people. There's a rich elderly couple there, So as you
Stu fixed the air conditioner. We're very excited.
Right.
Thanks, dude.
Not
Like,
so much for
we'll
right
be
now.
fine. I feel bad for, like, the 4 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the afternoon crew tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Right.
Godspeed.
No, it's fixed now.
No, it's
we're
good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yes.
watching, it's all good.
It's
all good.
Yes.
So you're all sitting having dinner, and you hear in the middle of the entree course. Huh?
Oh God, why is she here?
Well,
gotta
she
eat
has
too.
to eat.
Yeah.
It was more of a first class dining car
Yeah.
question.
Huh? Hey, Billy.
Yes, Maggie.
You think there's something on this train that's weird? Is it just the people? They all kind of smell funny.
Yes, Maggie. It's where are we?
Switzerland.
It's Sweden. It's Switzerland. Everything's weird.
Oh, no, yeah. I guess so. It's just... And she looks over at the young man in the uniform, and just kind of stares just past him. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
What are you sensing, Maggie?
It's hard to tell. There's a lot of paprika in this sausage. I think.
Oh.
No.
I don't know. The other side, maybe. But your friend, the Vavavumi,
Oh, yes.
she's kind of. Oh, wait, well. Oh, it's like that, is it?
So
What am I, chopped liver?
whiskey in my throat.
Yeah, I know. If I was like 50 years younger, I'd look like that.
There's a fly around here. Somewhere.
You should have seen me in my heyday. It's beautiful, beautiful. Now, what do you know about her?
We worked together. I keep losing my. We worked together about 10 years ago. Similar partner, like you and I.
Ah, I see. Is she the real deal? She's not the real deal.
Real enough to get the job done.
I see. Huh? Oh, that's weird. And you see, you follow her gaze, and you see her looking at the middle-aged woman that's reading the book, and she's looking that exact direction, but just kind of right above her.
I would like to use a move,
Okay.
if I may.
Yes.
My little imp stone.
Oh,
Like it to pick up some of the salt on the table near the middle-aged woman and flick it in the direction of where she's looking.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, felt supernaturally like.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see what
Well,
happens.
if the Winchesters have taught me anything.
Right. Exactly.
At least even see if it lands somewhere on like a shoulder of a shadow or something.
Right. Yeah. So, so you are going to use magic
Yes.
to summon your little imp.
Yes.
So you have to like do a little spell. It
Okay.
can be whatever you want. It can be as simple as like, flicking your fingers or like saying a word, whatever you want it to look like. What do you think Billy does to summon the imp out of this stone?
I've been thinking because it feels very 1940 stereotype to me that he carries toothpicks. And he alternates between it in his mouth and picking his nails, and maybe he uses that kind of like a wand almost. It's not a magical wand, but that's kind of his focus that he uses to. Yeah. So he's just going to sort of draw something in the air. So if somebody looked over, it just looked like he was fiddling with a toothpick.
Okay. All right. All right. So when you use magic, say what you're trying to achieve and how you do the spell, and then roll plus weird. So you should have a weird number.
I have a weird. Yes.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
Awesome. Cool. That just means it's more likely to be fun. So, all right. And so for those who don't know, this is Nick's first time playing PDB today. So really excited to introduce him to this.
We'll be gentle.
So no, we won't. So you roll 2d6, and then since you have a 0, then you don't add. It's just a straight roll.
Ooh.
9. Okay. So on a 9, it works imperfectly. You choose your effect and a glitch, and I will decide what effect the glitch has. So the effect is kind of picked for you by that move of having the imp stone. So you summon a monster into the world. Which is your little imp.
Okay. Yeah. How obvious? It's whatever I want it to be. Is it locked into what that is, or can it change depending on the purpose?
I think it could change. Yeah. What do you or do you want it to be?
In my head, it was just kind of like a shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that seems inconspicuous. But if it can change, then maybe it changes for certain reasons.
The thing is that, and this is one of the reasons I love playing this PBTA stuff, is we can decide later the next time you use it.
whatever we
So
want it to be.
So
Okay.
for right now, it looks like a shadow.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of see it like it just sort of whatever pocket you have the stone in.
Right.
It just kind of like a shadow just kind of crawls up out of that, and then just sort of takes form and scurries off.
Scurries or
Yeah.
floats about.
And I think generally nobody can see it but you.
Okay.
We'll find
Okay.
out if that continues to be true.
Right.
Okay, so under the use magic, that's your effect, is that you summon your little imp. And then there's a list of glitches down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So down at the bottom of the first column.
Mm-hmm.
So it says the effect is weakened. The effect is of short duration. You take 1 harm, which is basically your health. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect. So you pick one, and then I'll tell you how that turns out.
Either short duration or problematic side effect.
Mm.
Let's say problematic side effect.
Yep.
That sounds more fun.
Yep.
Yes, Nick, you are playing PBTA right. That sounds like it'll screw me over bad. I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Yay.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
Great. Okay. Is anybody looking in Billy's direction right now? I think.
I'll really see it. She can't keep her eyes off me.
Yeah.
No, you could very easily keep your eyes off
Maybe.
me.
I mean, I feel like at this point, like my sister is droning and droning
yes,
and droning
yeah.
on, and so I'm like, give me anything else to look
Yeah,
at.
yeah. And
Well, I
then
left the
Lars
war
said
for this.
Yeah, and then Lars did this, and then Lars bought me this, and then we went to here, and then he did that, and then, yeah, she's just like telling you all of the stories you already know about her and her stupid fiance.
Right, who obviously paid for our tickets for this first class because I can't afford that
Yes.
shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah,
I
I
feel
think
like-
I'm just kind of looking around, like looking for anything else to look at.
Okay.
I bet Liliana's probably at least keeping like probably super subtle, but like that spy kind of keeping an eye because
On everybody.
Yeah, on everybody, but also specifically Billy because she's like that's a different a variable that I wasn't necessarily prepared for.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad variable, but it's like
Yeah.
that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lucia.
Lucia's not paying attention to him.
Yeah. Okay.
She
all right.
said hi. He's with the. If anything, she might be eyeballing
Maggie?
because she doesn't like the idea of sharing the car with Maggie.
Oh.
Jealous.
Right.
Clearly,
She wants you.
and but more likely she's like examining whether or not like the china looks nice. Or,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is top notch.
Of course.
Can I
but-
fit this china
Yeah.
in my handbag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a klepto.
I'm sorry, I got confused between their two characters' names.
Oh.
So I was thinking Drew, but no, I think just keeping an eye on everyone around. That's why
Yeah.
I should be looking at Billy.
Yeah. You both, Drew and Liliana, you both glance over, and you don't see the little shadow that crawls out of his pocket, but you do see what hair he has just kind of stands on end.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Billy, your little shadow crawls out of your pocket and scurries across the room. You see it. It's this is right out of like what's the Twilight Zone episode with Kirk and the gremlin on the plane.
His name is William Shatner.
Whatever.
Kirk Shatner.
Sorry,
Sure,
Kirk Shatner.
sure.
Yes.
Terror at 40,000 feet, I think is what it's called.
Yes, yeah, that's what, yeah, and like everybody sees he sees the gremlin and nobody else can see it. Yeah,
Oh, right,
so
that one,
yeah, so you see your shadow in like a real form, and it like crawls up onto the table, and it grabs the salt shaker and shakes some out in its hand and throws it. Nobody else, like the woman, just does not look at her book. She doesn't, or she does not look away from her book, and you and Maggie are both looking at her table, though, and the little demon throws the salt over her shoulder, and
Commercial break.
yeah. I want you to roll investigate a mystery.
Okay.
So when you investigate a mystery, roll with sharp. On a 10 plus, hold 2, and on a 7 and 9, hold 1. One hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions.
Okay. 5 sharp, so 6.
6. Okay. So a 6 is what's called a miss. Yes. Which this is perfect for. This is awesome. So a miss doesn't mean that your thing doesn't happen. It just means that I get to do something awful for the world. So your little imp throws the salt behind this woman, and you see it kind of like it sort of just stops in midair. Mm-hmm. The salt does, and then it just dribbles down to the ground.
Dribbles down to the ground.
Mm-hmm. It just like
Told me
it
plenty.
just like hits a spot of blank air and then just falls.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah. And that's when you hear the scream.
From
Cut to commercial break.
You hear the scream from over in the corner. The elderly woman she's standing, so very finely dressed. You know, they're dressed to the nines. Elderly woman. She pushes back from her table and she stands up and she screams at the empty chair across from her.
I'm going to, just reflex, stand up, and then, look. Do I see anything?
empty chair.
Yeah.
Other than the empty chair, what do you?
This was the elderly couple that's
Yes.
now
Oh no.
not
There's-
a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's just a woman there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Penelope screams in reflex response. By the way.
Okay. Yeah. Of course she does.
Yeah. Wait. What's happened?
I will find out. Just it's probably fine. It's probably nothing.
I'm gonna use
This is so scandalous.
battlefield awareness.
Okay. All right.
You always know what's happening around you and what to watch out for. I guess that gives me armor, but I guess that's never mind. I didn't read the whole thing.
Oh, do you want to investigate a mystery
Yeah, I'll just-
or read a bad situation?
I'll read which one's higher for my thing.
They're both sharps.
Okay, then I'll read a bad situation because I feel like someone's being attacked right now. I think that's how she's responding.
Okay.
6, 7. Whew, barely.
7. Okay. Oh, and one thing I didn't tell you, Nick, is that you get to mark experience points when you miss on
Yeah.
a roll. So, not like we'll get to that, but
Well, depending on
You
how well you
might,
roll.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you might. Yeah.
If you roll
once-
like Kimmy.
Yes,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
You can level up
once,
3 times.
once you get 5 experience, you get to take an advance, and there are things you can do
Okay.
with that.
So-
but, yeah. But
Okay,
there should
so-
be a
Just
a
mark the
track
box.
to mark
Just
it.
mark
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, okay. So, so you got a 7, Kimmy? So when you look around and read a bad situation, roll a sharp. On a 7 and 9, hold 1, and the hold can be spent to ask one of the questions.
All right. I'm going to say, what's the... I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but Liliana doesn't. So, what's the biggest threat?
What's the biggest threat? You see the voluptuous Spanish woman sitting at a table with her mousy Swiss husband,
Oh, damn it.
and you
Fucked up all the
and you
rules,
can
sorry.
see the entanglement. It's almost like she's like you feel a warmth around your neck, like a choker, and you feel it kind of constricting, and you feel like there is a chain attached to this choker, and it leads right through her.
That is weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
This
Okay.
is the first time you felt that warmth around your neck.
Okay.
Ignore that, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
If you act on the answers, by the way, you get +1 while the information is relevant.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna I'm like super confused by that.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna give Drew like a weird look because it's like it seems like weird fairy stuff, like weird things.
Now,
Yeah.
as someone who's been affected by the Fae, can I sense the fire and brimstone that's happening? Like, is it like the vampire garlic thing where like, fuck that shit? Or is it like...
Well, you
Because I know we're
probably...
diametrically opposed foes, so I'm
Yes.
just trying to figure out...
Maybe soon you'll emerge. Damn it.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
We know.
Yeah. Bros. Why don't you,
Because I have hunches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, read that for me.
Okay. When something bad is happening or just about to happen, somewhere that you aren't, roll plus sharp. At a 10 plus, you knew where you needed to go just in the time to get there. At a 7 to 9, you get there late in time to intervene but not prevent it altogether. On a miss, you're there just in time to be in trouble yourself. I'm kind of also there, but I'm not like there. So I don't know if that applies.
Yeah, why don't you roll that? We'll
Roll-
modify
okay.
it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's roll with what?
Sharp.
Sharp? Okay.
8, 9.
Oh, 9. Okay. And what is it on a 7 and 9?
7 to 9, you get there late in time to intervene but not prevent it altogether.
Okay. You so you look over and you see the empty chair, but just behind it there's a lingering trace of the Fey world. There's just like you've crossed over numerous times, and you know what it looks like when somebody crosses over, and something just did.
Okay. And it's definitely Fae. I recognize that. Okay.
Yeah. Lucia, what do you do?
I was gonna say I want to investigate a mystery. I have a -1 to sharp, so
That's-
I might investigate the crap out of this.
That's fine. I love when you
Do
roll with
it.
-1s.
It's like your
Super
wine
fun.
looks amazing. So just roll 2d6, and then
Yeah.
6 and 3. So 9 minus 1 is 8.
8. That's still an 8. So you get one question off of the list.
Where's my list?
It's under the investigative mystery. Yeah.
Because I would assume that, like Drew, I have a bit of a sense for the fire and brimstone, or in this case, that fairy bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
It's the holly and honey.
Excuse me?
we're gonna have fun.
All right.
But also
We'll have
in a
words.
little bit of like, my dark master doesn't know I've stopped being evil, so I'm a little paranoid. So I think I'm going to ask, what sort of creature is it?
Okay.
Because I think she is more like, is my vacation getting ruined?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. So what did you ask? What sort of creature
What
is it?
sort of creature is it?
You have spent, before you started, gallivanting around in meat suits, you spent much of your time fighting the disgusting, despicable, obnoxious, horrible, dastardly Fae. And you you would know that scent of lavender and
Life.
Life.
creepy, crawling,
Honey.
disgusting life.
Mud.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And yeah.
Joey's face is the best right now, by the way.
No, he's so offended, it's precious. But you would know that disgusting liveliness anywhere. It's gross and it crawls all over your skin. Even now, And it's definitely something of the Fae.
Fine.
Take a big whiff.
I'm trying to think of what she would do in that. Just like, I'm gonna sit where I am for now,
Yeah.
but definitely just like she gets
Yeah.
visibly looks visibly sick.
Yeah.
It's like
Awesome. I do want to announce that Eugene donated $50 to the cause.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Eugene.
And Christoph, I don't remember if I announced him in the last one, also donated. So thank you so much for both of you.
Yay.
You're
Some
amazing.
of that fighting cock. Just a little bit.
Absolutely.
A little
Does
bit.
anybody have a D8?
I do. If you give me a
Yes.
second,
Oh, okay.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got it.
You handed me a tray of dice, which made me have to look for a D8.
That's fine. I'm not driving. Thanks, Uber.
Yeah.
I'm not driving either.
Or-
right now.
I'm driving. I'm driving.
Adam
Okay.
Uber.
driving. Actually, now I kind of want to put more.
Okay.
Let's make
Did you try the cabinet?
I kind to put in tea,
You're putting more whiskey in your tea?
maybe.
Okay.
Because her tea's ruining the whiskey.
It really
Quick-
is.
Quick question for you, and this is actually relevant. Which among you are drinking whiskey in the dining car?
Absolutely.
Okay, Drew and Billy.
Like one drink to settle his nerves and be able to tolerate his sister. I love her to death, but she's a lot.
Yeah.
I want to get to know your sister so bad.
You say that.
Okay. All right. So Billy, what? So the old lady screams. You look over. There's the empty chair. What do you do next?
Probably going to look around the room first. Billy's not one to jump into the fray.
Yeah.
So he's going to probably look around the room first and see. Because I would have noticed that was a couple before.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
see that's no longer, that's an empty chair.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at everyone else's reactions
Yeah.
first and sort of check all the exits and
Okay.
windows
Yeah.
for anything that looked different. I also get that when Billy enters a room, he checks all that stuff out.
Yeah.
He's that type that sits to his back, anything, so nothing will come
Uh-huh.
up on
Yeah.
him. Checks
Always
all
in
the-
corners.
Yeah. Checks all the exits and windows, sort of gets an eye for
Yeah.
who are the people that work here, who's the people that, that's that sort of normal scans the territory. So I think he's doing a quick take, recounting all
Yeah.
of that information, making
Okay.
sure everything's the same and
Yeah.
what's different than what he calculated when he first came in, or
Okay.
observed when he first came in.
Sure. The main thing you notice is that almost immediately the middle-aged woman reading the book and the guy in the cheap suit at the bar both immediately, as soon as she starts screaming, stand up and go to her. And you have a not so honest past, and you
Rude.
you know this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
The cheap suit said it.
Yeah.
First class card. Yeah.
Yeah. But the well-dressed middle-aged woman doesn't look like a normal cop. But that she moves that exact same way and with that exact same instant purpose.
Right.
That the guy in the cheap suit, who's obviously a cop, would do. So
Okay.
you clocked him as a cop like as soon as he walked in. Yeah.
My first thought when he said cheap suit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
So I think Billy just kind of turns his collar up and kind of just keeps an eye on things still, but kind of turns his face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Tries to look conspicuously inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Like when I'm calling on someone in my class, like, all right, who knows? Suddenly, like, nobody has eye contact.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That. Yeah.
Yeah. As they both go over to her, she's just wailing and crying, and she's saying things like where's my husband? Where he's disappeared? Why he was just there? Like she's very much in disbelief. She's practically inconsolable.
I think as a soldier, Drew is going to go over and try to assist.
Oh, okay.
Like, assure his sister, like, everything's fine. I'm going to go and see what's going on. You stay here, and it's fine.
Oh, do go, Drew. Do go. Do go. See what's wrong with her.
It's fine. I think it'll be an amazing story to tell Lars when we get there.
What's his face?
More or less.
Oh, I'm not sure it'll be quite so amazing.
It's fine. Order another sherry. You'll be fine.
She
She's more horrible when she's drunk.
Yeah. She actually reaches over and grabs your whiskey.
Oh, all right. Oh.
Yeah.
I want to finish that. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, that was awful.
It's fine. Order yourself another sherry.
So you go over, and this isn't a very large car. Like you can all if you're talking quietly to somebody close by you, you can keep other people from overhearing you on the other side of the room. But there is very little privacy in this car. Yeah. But yeah, you go over, and the guy in the cheap suit is like trying to talk to her. He's trying to, you can tell he's trying to, and I think all of you can pick up on this kind of stuff, but he's trying to console her, but it's more the like, yeah, that's awful, that's so terrible, poor
Looking
thing.
for clues.
Yeah, and but you can see he's kind of like looking around. The middle-aged woman, she like has her arm around the old lady, but she's also just kind of scanning, but in a very still and focused way. So yeah.
Okay.
I think with a soldier's eye, I'm going to notice she's doing things a little differently, a little more calculated, and I'd like to use telepathy on her to try to get an idea of what she's looking for.
Okay. All right. And what are your moves you can use telepathy for?
To investigate a mystery, read a bad situation, or manipulate someone.
Okay. Why don't you read a bad situation with it?
All right. That's 10 plus... read a bad situation is sharp, so 11. So 10 plus.
Okay. Okay. So you get 3 questions there.
Okay. What is the best way to protect the victims?
The best way to protect the victims. Ooh, this is a hard one. It seems like whatever happened here, there's something Fae connected involved.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously some cold iron would be great, or if you had some holly branches, I'm sure you packed plenty in your bag. Yeah. Or making a contract with whatever it is if you can.
Okay. So having
Yeah,
an
the
intermediary
chops.
would be a good idea. That's good to know. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes. I know, I'm always tempted to be an ass with that question, but
Yeah.
there are. There is a man sitting in a corner by himself, a very young man, maybe about 17 or so, and he has very cold blue eyes, and he seems like he has a little bit of a smirk.
Okay. And I feel like he's probably the biggest threat, so I'm going to ask that question. What's most vulnerable to me?
To you. other than the obvious answers of the people who are just really mundane and normal, most vulnerable to you would probably be. That's a really good question. Would probably be him.
So the man in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't tell much about him, but out of the things that you've identified as threats, is everything okay out there?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think Stu's probably watching something.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Is Stu watching something on? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard it sounded frantic out
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So it was the murmurings of the old lady.
Ooh, totally immersive. 40.
Yes.
RPGs in 40.
Yeah. Wait till you get to smell-o-vision.
Yeah, that includes smell. They don't want that.
I don't.
Good
The
news,
face smells
everyone.
lovely.
Yeah.
It's good for Maggie, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And you hear Maggie go, ah!
Oh my God, I hate her
Just
so much.
as the train passes into a tunnel and you're all
Oh.
submerged in darkness
Of course.
for several minutes.
Yeah.
Worst visual metaphor
Yes.
ever.
I know, right? Yeah. And yeah. So you've been on the train for 3 hours.
Quick question.
Yes.
Based on my observation before coming into the train car,
Mm-hmm.
would I have noticed that mysterious guy in the corner, or did he just suddenly appear?
No, you would have noticed him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he was there when we
one
came
of the
in.
people you
Okay.
you noticed as you came in.
Okay.
So yeah, and, you definitely clocked him there.
Okay.
Nothing seemed remarkable about him at the time.
Okay.
So we'll leave it up to you to decide if anything seems remarkable now. All right. So 3 hours have passed in the train. As you come out of the darkness and back into the fading sunset. Let's see. Let's roll. Lucia.
Oh no. Gregory.
I
God.
want you to. No, I'm not going to have you roll. Yeah. As there's the whole kerfuffle happening around the old lady, but as you casually glance back to Gregory, you feel a presence behind him.
Odd. Is it something I would recognize?
It feels like that gross lifeiness.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to you.
Oh.
I
want you to roll sharp.
Oh God, why?
Oh.
4.
Oh,
I have a -1 to sharp. I'm not very observant, apparently.
What?
That's
That's shocking.
Me, it's all about me.
You feel like you almost catch sight of something behind him, standing just behind him. Shaggy, dark fur, a ghostly shape, and it almost feels like something's watching you. But as soon as you look at it, it just kind of disappears.
I think Clara knows what it is, but
and you hear a ka-chunk, and then another ka-chunk.
there's a gremlin on the side of this train.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear ka-chunks.
Where is that coming from?
From either side of the room, from either end of the room.
I think it is time to retire to our... Oh, damn it, it's not a private car! Damn it.
To your cabin.
Yeah. It might be time to make an egg. Is the woman still actually, is the old woman still hysterical?
She's pretty hysterical. She's crying. They're trying to calm her down.
Would it be rude to use mental dominion over someone to calm them down?
Rude to use mental dominion on someone?
Do I care is more important?
I think that's the better question: is do you
As
care?
a demon, I mean,
I think. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. I think because Lucia is so benevolent and kind.
your nose is growing.
Before nothing grows on me. Before we, I'm gonna ask Gregory to maybe leave the cabin because I don't want to be around. This is clearly too traumatic. But I'd like to at least try to calm down the woman.
Okay. All right.
As Gregory is leaving, Drew is going to be like, I'm sorry, where do you think you're going? There's someone missing. We should all stay together.
I'm sorry. What?
We should all stay together. There's someone missing.
Oh, but I didn't have anything to do with that. I just want to go back
Oh,
to my
I'm
cabin.
sure you didn't, but I think it'd be safer if we're all together. Safety numbers, you know.
I am quite familiar with numbers, and
Oh.
they're actually not quite safe at all.
Because we're spank.
Yeah. I'm just going to go to my cabin, and he
I don't think that's a good idea. I think we'd better stay here. Going off on your own is not a good idea.
The Englishman is right. You should not go by yourself.
I just want to leave. It's very noisy in here now.
I understand, but there's someone missing.
All right, why don't you guys manipulate someone, and then you can help out.
Yeah.
So Liliana, roll cool.
Cool. Oh, good. I'm very cool. It's on trace 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ah, okay. All right. So your help grants them +1 to the roll, but
Sweet.
you also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
6, 7, 8.
8. All right.
8 total.
Okay. 8 total. Okay. So he'll do it, but only if you do something for him right now to show that you mean it.
Well, what does he want from me?
Don't threaten my husband.
I'm not threatening. I'm sternly suggesting, as the British are wont to do.
I'm going to be threatening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to stand because I already think she's bad news, and he's with her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You
so
smell great, so I don't care about you.
Yeah. I think between as you stiffen yourself up, British soldier boy,
Yes, stiff upper lip.
and with
What?
and with the glare of the intimidating Russian woman, I think between the two of you, he just kind of shrinks back and he says, "Perhaps I should finish my schnapps."
Perhaps it'd be a good idea.
yes, do that.
Just what happens when you're neutral in a war.
Wow. Swish shade.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not playing on brand tonight? I can tone down the shade if you need me to, but I can't. But
No,
I can
you
try.
can't. You know you can't. What is Billy doing?
Billy was going to try to escort the gentleman away. That seems to be resolved. Taking a look at this policeman, do I notice it's Detective Holloway?
You do.
So he pulls up his collar a little bit more.
Now that you've seen his
head.
face clearly, yes. Yeah.
I think it was sort of priming to see if what's your husband's
Lucia.
name?
Oh, my husband, Gregory.
Gregory. I think he was getting ready to jump up and do that. Like, oh, I'll escort him to it. But now that he's sort of shot down, it's like, oh, that was my chance to exit.
Oh, he's
So he's kind of got
I can't-
that. So he's kind of, hiding himself a little more, but
Yeah.
definitely keeping that ear out to see what's
Yeah.
going on.
You can still try and get out if you want.
I'm picturing like it's that corner over there. And there's 2 doors into the train car.
Yeah.
Sort of that corner over there, and Billy's more over here. So I think he's just going to excuse himself to the restroom.
Okay. All right.
So
I want you to act under pressure to keep from being noticed. So
yes.
when you act under pressure, roll cool. On a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do.
Oh, no.
+2, 8.
8. Okay. I'm going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So you're trying to stay unnoticed, right?
Yes.
So you can stay unnoticed. However, to do so, you're going to need help from someone. Somebody who knows how to change bodies.
Okay.
So you can stay unnoticed long
Right.
enough to ask for some help. But so yeah,
I'm trying to think how that would.
but it's not going to last long in this very small car.
How do you mean? What?
So you can. He's not going to notice you
Okay.
before you could get over to Lucia and have a conversation with her.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
eventually, if you stay in this car, he will. And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but you're going to try. You were going to the restroom.
I got an idea. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I know Gregory was trying to get away,
Yeah.
so I'm going to sneak over to your table and, Lucia, might I accompany you back to your cabin? It's getting late. You and your husband. I see that look. Like, it's
Right,
getting.
here. Weird.
It's getting a bit late. Perhaps we should journey back to our cabins. Sort of playing off of that. I knew
Yeah.
Gregory was trying to turn in, so
Well, in
safety
part,
in number.
yeah, in part I wanted to send him away so that I could see if I could calm down the old woman. But,
Oh yeah, you were going to do a thing.
yeah.
Sorry.
But, well,
Well, I didn't know that. I'm just putting it out there.
no, I know. I'm trying to
Couple.
decide if I want to leave more.
Not that I'm trying to
I
split the
think-
party or anything.
Hashtag vote Gregory.
Right, yeah.
I'm trying.
I think so. While Gregory was trying to leave, like, and before Billy comes over, I think you could do your mental dominion
Quickly?
Yeah.
Oh, because, well, that was the other thing. I was going to send her back to her room, but I can't, apparently, leave the damn cabin.
Well, you don't know that.
You haven't tried.
Actually, yes, give me one moment. I'm going to go over to the old woman, and I'm going to use mental dominion to calm her down.
Okay. All right.
When you gaze into normal human eyes, you exert your will over them, roll plus charm, which I have in spades.
Of course.
Also, fighting cock is delicious.
Except apparently now,
wanna
where
try
I
some?
have 5 plus 2 is 7.
Try some.
7. Okay.
On 7 to 9, hold. Hold
Oh,
1.
it's very rye. It's very good.
You may
Oh, that
spend your
is really
hold
good.
in order to give
Ooh,
them.
it's strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not.
Doesn't
Okay.
fuck around.
I'm sorry, you were saying something.
He said words.
I got 2 6s and we're great.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've gotten a 7.
A 7. Okay. So, and it's what is it? You manipulate someone?
It says on a 7 to 9 hold 1, you may
Oh.
spend your holds to give them an order. Regular people will follow your order, whatever it is. Hunters can choose.
Okay. What order do you give her? What do you say to her when you go over to the?
It'll sound like a suggestion, but it's let's take some deep, soothing breaths and calm down.
And she does.
Oh, good.
She takes a few deep breaths. Her sobbing stops. She's still crying, and she's but you see this calm just kind of come over her, and she she stops wailing and crying. Yeah.
And trying to figure out the best way to phrase this part. You look very tired. Would you rather talk to these lovely gentlemen in your quarters? I know, it's only one cabin. Fuck. I don't care.
No, each person
each-
has So
Yeah.
The dining
Sorry.
car's all one.
Yeah.
dining cars all one, but they're the cabin cars, which I think Journey to Hogwarts.
Okay, it's
kinda-
open to everyone,
Yeah,
but
you have-
there are.
Yeah,
okay.
but these are like hotel rooms. So there's 4, say 6. Let's say 6 6 cabins in each car, and they're about the size of a small room, in
Okay.
like a ship, or or like a tiny hotel room.
Wonderful.
So just enough for like a large bed, and
I'm going to. So yeah, I'd suggest going somewhere more private to talk to these 2 lovely folk who are trying to help her,
3 lovely folk who are trying to help her. Thank
and
you.
whatever smells like holly.
And I think it'd be better if we all stay together. Someone clearly
yes,
vanished out of thin air.
I would like to go back to my quarters to talk.
Well, if we know where she is, and we know where I think at this point we know they're investigators or something, or maybe we don't.
You don't necessarily.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Would you recognize the behavior of?
Would I know his the detective who was after him?
No.
Oh, not at all. Okay. I still want to. If we know where she's going, and we know where other people are taking her, then you can account for us.
Yes, but someone is missing.
Bad logic, but it works.
Yeah.
Perhaps just all stay together so no one else goes missing.
Well, we're going to be in a group.
By the way, I'm sorry. You totally can know that detective if you want. I'm sorry.
Oh, I genuinely wasn't sure who
I totally
Holloway
didn't.
was.
We just talked about yes anding, and I was like, no.
Well, and
Yeah,
I
but,
mean,
yeah.
you said
I am
you're not
relevant.
sure if that. No.
Well, the logic I have is that I've worked with him. I worked with him before, so we know
Yeah.
what cops look like.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But it
you
was
haven't.
also 10 years ago. Would this guy
Right.
have been trailing me for 10 years? Like,
Probably not.
That's a shitty.
I mean,
job.
Javert trailed John for like
I'm really
a
good.
million
Right,
years.
yeah.
Yes.
So
There is
Sure.
precedent.
Right. Yeah.
What do you?
is he
But-
French? The French hold a grudge.
Name is Inspector Clouseau.
Europe is just, they hate us.
Yeah. I just want to get out of the room that has like 3 fae in it. And
Sorry, 3 fae.
Possibly cops.
possibly cops ruining my night. Like, I just want to help a poor old woman.
So do I.
I have no interest in helping her. I just want to make sure that nothing happens to me.
I like her.
You won't for long.
Or he'll love me.
Also, yes.
Also, yes.
Look, everybody. We should just all calm down here. All right, everybody, stay calm. This is all going to be fine. Let's take the lady back to her quarters, and we'll figure out what's happened. Capiche?
Well,
It's funny that you act like you're in charge.
right, who established you were in charge?
I did, by virtue of the rest of you just standing around doing nothing.
I'm sorry, and who are you?
My name is Detective Luke Holloway,
Oh, and Detective what?
detective of the Chicago Police Department.
Well, last I checked, we're in Chicago, will we?
No, we're not. But we ain't in
So-
London either.
He is an American man. He thinks he's in charge of everything.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, was that a Russian accent? Appreciate what you did for us in the war. You gotten a little shady.
But yes, the shade is.
I
everywhere.
can vouch for her. She's on the level, as you are one to say.
Look,
Vouch for myself.
we can argue over international borders all you want, but the simple fact is we got a lady in hysterics, and she should get to somewhere where she can lay down and like put a cold compress on or something.
Well, clearly she's dealing with some kind of tragedy. Perhaps she's all together in case another tragedy occurs. Wouldn't you agree, detective or inspector, or whatever the hell you're calling yourself?
Or maybe her husband just went to the bathroom and she's freaking loony and doesn't understand that. Sorry, you didn't say frickin'.
Did you check the bathroom, Mr. Detective?
Perhaps you go do that.
Not
leave
yet,
the room.
because I've been trying to take care of the old lady.
Well, I've got the old lady. Perhaps you go check the bathroom?
That's a very good use of your time.
Who gave you the old lady?
I'm here.
So
I'm
am
sorry,
I.
you're not. Are you? Oh, you are there.
I'm going to go check the men's room, and I will be right back.
All right.
But make sure you don't cross any international borders while you go. Especially if you're asking if it's a Russian accent. I don't know if you're
European.
exactly the diplomat that this car needs.
Typical
Not a
American.
diplomat, I'm a cop.
That's shocking.
What's the difference in America?
He goes back to the bar, grabs his drink, and shoots it, and
American cop.
Yeah.
then goes over to the door, and he turns the knob, and like it doesn't open. Oh, very funny. Who's the wise guy?
You'll have to turn it, Mr. Detective.
Right to Tighty, Lefty Lucy.
Start detecting.
As one is one to know in America, apparently. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Thanks. Yeah, I got it.
Apparently not.
It doesn't turn, you idiot. If it turned, I would be able to turn it and open it. And like as he like turns the knob, the door slides open. You hear the noise of the outside rushing through. You feel a cold wind blow through, and he slams the door and then glares back through the window at both of you.
English salute.
Right.
No detective. That worked out better than I thought.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page here.
Well, I served quite a few Americans in the war. I had to deal with them.
They're quite lovely people when you need them in a pinch. They're absolutely terrible when you don't need
They're
them.
quite forthright when they feel the need to be, which
Yes.
is all the time.
It is their greatest strength and their greatest weakness. Thank you, Sergeant, for intervening. I'm going to take the madam back to her quarters, if that's all right.
I still feel it would be better if we stay together. Clearly, something has happened.
She looks at Clara, or at Lucia, sorry.
Sorry.
She looks at Lucia and she says, but she's still talking to you, but she's clearly looking at Lucia, and she says, I don't feel it is best that we stay together. I think it's important that I get the madam back to her cabin so that we can figure out where her husband has gone.
And I know she's looking at Lucia.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
obvious.
would like to use telepathy on Lucia. See
okay.
what is going on there. Because that's a thing.
Okay.
I hate nothing that camera, I'm so sorry. So that is a
Six.
6 plus 1 is 7.
What are you investigating or are you manipulating?
I guess... I mean, I'm trying to just get a read on her, so I guess investigate a mystery.
So yeah, investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So on a 7 and 9.
You get one question.
Only one.
Yep.
What is being concealed here?
I would like to know too.
Specifically related to Lucia.
To Lucia, yeah. Like, what
Oh,
is? Why is she looking at her and not at me?
Okay, so why? But you're using your telepathy on
I am. So I'm
Lucia.
trying to read Lucia to see, like, I'm trying to, like, triangulate, because that's how science works, is triangles. What the connection is.
Triangles work.
Well, you're not sure what that woman's motivation is, but when you look into Lucia's mind, or try to,
Rude.
You don't know.
you feel rather than see the hellfire, the malice, not neutrality and chaos, but malice and order, and that vile feeling that this is the opposite of what you've known for years and what has changed your life.
Okay.
That's a fucking demon.
I mean, yes.
Literally hot.
Literally.
Super hot.
Am I blushing? And did I smell him earlier? I can't remember.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
tell me now.
Yeah, you can smell him, you know, like you could smell the Fae on him when you walked by him earlier. Yeah.
He would have been cute.
Yeah.
Ah.
You could
look at my character portrait. I'm fucking gorgeous.
You are,
Super
but like, you know, when you see someone who's really good looking and just they smell terrible. We've been on that date.
That's probably kind of how you would
Oh, yeah.
sense this. Yeah, that's very much like, oh, you're cute. Yeah. But you know that your mind has been touched by a fae. I think, why don't let's have Drew act under pressure, unless you don't want to, unless you don't want her. If you don't care if she knows that you reached into her mind, you're going to need to.
Well, I mean,
control
I don't
that.
think I would. If I would assume she was a normal mortal, I don't think I would have cared.
Okay.
But now that I know that she's a demon, I do care. So I don't know where that falls.
Maybe
I'll
it's-
totally roll.
yeah.
Like,
maybe it's too late. Maybe,
okay, that's fine. I totally found acting as if she was a normal mortal and then realizing, oh shit,
Yeah.
nope,
Oops.
ooh,
Yeah. So,
fire indeed hot.
right? Fire is yes. So Lucia, you know that this young man just kind of reached out and picked your brain a little bit.
It's rude to poke into people's brains.
Well,
I'm trying to think of a really mean thing to call a person who has had sex with a fae. And the phrase I came up with was pixie effer, but I'm not going to say that.
but I kind of
It's
like
also,
it.
it might even be period, because fuck has been around since the 1500s.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's rude to poke into people's brains, pixie fucker.
I'm here
And-
for it.
Can I might have to do a act under pressure, but can I turn and walk back to my table? I'm not
As
going
you
to let
say
him.
that, a little
Yeah, I'm not
flutter.
going to let him like get a last word in because I can't handle that right now.
I think you need to manipulate him. So yeah.
All right,
Also, didn't you just literally pick someone else's brain?
hush you. Look, I can
was out of
dish it,
character.
but I
Thank you.
can't take
Thank
it.
you.
character.
Someone's got my back. Thank you.
100%, but I don't like you, and
Too bad we don't actually know that that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
rude. 8 plus 2, 10.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay.
you're my dice. You betray me.
I know.
All right.
That's what you get for loaning out dice.
I know.
I know.
So-
Maybe I'll like bless them on the way back.
Here's hoping.
So Drew, if you let her have the last word and let her walk away, you get experience and you get +1 forward.
I want experience, but I also like
like
having
good
the last
things.
word.
I'm imagining Drew just be like, "It's you."
Yeah.
Oh
You're British. It's true.
Right. Right.
Perhaps it is best to just let things go.
Yes, I'm going to let that go and take the experience because
Okay.
I know that I know what she is. I know
Yeah.
how to move forward.
Yes. Yeah. Liliana, what
So
do
that +1 forward is anything to deal with her. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The middle-aged woman who is reading the book, she starts to lead the old lady back the other direction, not through the door that the cop went through, but back the other direction.
Okay.
Back through towards the other door. So,
I think after watching their interaction and like, I know what Drew is, and there's something weird with her. Maybe it is best that these two like women get out of here. So whatever happens, like, because obviously this is not the safest place, no matter what Andrew is saying.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Bunch of magic people here. That's great.
Roll sharp for me.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll?
It's a 4. I'll keep it.
Yeah.
8, 9.
9. Okay. All right. Okay. So, so you, as they're walking away, you feel this crawliness all over, and they're walking past you, and as they pass you, you see some sort of creepy, crawly shadow just for a second flicker just behind the middle-aged woman.
Okay.
Let's call her Book Woman until she introduces
Okay.
Book Woman.
Greatest
Book
superhero
lady.
ever.
Book lady. Yeah.
Library lady.
All right.
Literally just read my mind.
The librarian.
No, hold on for just a moment. Who are you, and do you know this lady?
I don't know her. I am trying to help. If you would please just let me get her back to bed, and then we will. Then we can we can talk about what's happened here.
What kind of accent does she have? Where's she from?
Yeah.
She has an Italian accent, actually.
Oh,
Very
okay.
faint, but it's Italian.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Very well. Just make sure you get back here quickly.
I'm sorry, but if I don't,
Well, that will have to hurt you, and that would be very bad.
I think what she means is we'll have to go looking for you, which would prove problematic considering that I think our best efforts would be to consolidate our information and our persons in case something is happening. I'm sure you understand.
Liliana manipulates someone.
Okay. 9, and then it's plus. Cool.
Charm.
Oh, charm.
Plus charm, yeah.
Oh, 8.
8.
Ooh.
Oh no!
So much charm, not really.
So perfect.
If there are constants in the universe, Liliana is not charming.
No.
But still, an 8. She will do it, but only if you do something right now to show that you mean it.
Like, mean that I'm actually going to hurt her?
Something to indicate that you could.
Flex.
And I mean, it might just be a look. It might just be like she's looking at you. She doesn't seem particularly easily intimidated.
Right.
That was really hard to say on my third
Right.
whiskey.
Yeah, you're
Particularly
downing it
easy.
fast.
They're very small.
they are small.
It's very small.
And this is not the
It's like a
103 proof.
No.
Okay, okay.
This is the 103 proof, which I've done as much as he has,
Strong.
and then this,
Right.
which
Yes.
is problematic.
So,
That's fine.
Liliana's going to just do the thing where she kind of, like, tilts her head and, like, you hear her neck crack. And she kind of, like, flexes her muscles. And it's like, you don't see because she's wearing, like,
Yeah.
but it's just, like, one of those things that people, like, who know how to handle their shit do, like, right before the...
Yeah.
Do I recognize that crack as in the like, let's get down to the business to defeat the Huns?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
okay,
This
Yeah.
is, shit's about to get real.
all right,
Yeah.
Your butt puckers slightly. Like,
all right.
Ugh.
Your iris closed.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of, like, the arm, like, cock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Yes, I'm with you.
The young man, the teenager that had been kind of sitting in the corner, he comes up, and you see, like, she kind of takes a deep breath. The book lady, she kind of takes a deep breath, and she looks you straight in the eye, and you can see there's no intimidation there. She's not intimidated, but she is clear about the message you just sent.
Okay.
And she says, I will come right back as soon as she's safely in bed. And the young boy comes up, and he offers the old lady his arm, and he says, I will escort them. I don't mind.
I like to read his thoughts real bad. So much his thoughts.
I'm suddenly sad I left this conversation.
Oh no!
You
Oh
tried.
no!
That's a 6.
Oh no, it's a 6. Oh, hey, you get XP.
I sure do.
You get a
Oh,
hard
it's
move.
a 6.
You're welcome with that hard move.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you you try to reach in his brain, and you your head splits open on fire. The sharpest headache you've ever had. take 1 harm.
Ooh, where's my harm? Oh,
Ouch.
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you, I'll let you tell me how you react to that. But it is, that hurt,
So you get for poking people's brains.
right? Pixie bugger.
First of all,
Accurate.
secondly, God, I'm trying to say, how are you handling luck in this one shot?
You know what? Oh, so Nick, and for any listeners or watchers, so luck is a thing that you can spend luck in Monster of the Week to do a number of things, including completely negating any harm that you just suffered, or you can spend it to automatically score a 10 plus on a move, on a roll, even after you've already rolled it. And I can't remember what else.
Whatever.
But
This
yeah,
was,
whatever.
on the sheet. Yeah.
To do some really awesome stuff.
Cool.
What I'm going to say for this game is, because it's just a one shot,
Right.
You can only spend 1 luck for the entire
Oh
session.
shit. Okay, yeah. So I will not spend the luck on that.
So we have 1 luck in our pocket
Yes.
for whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to put that little limit on there, because
That's fine.
otherwise,
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
So the way the mechanic works is that once you've spent all of your luck, I think it's 7 of them. Once you've spent all of your luck, like
You're doomed.
your hero's time has come, and like you're gonna die, or maybe ascend, or maybe dimension shift, or whatever. But basically, every shitty thing that can possibly happen to your character after you've spent up to next to that last luck point starts happening, and once you spend that last luck point, like, your character's kind of done. So anyway,
Yeah, not worth it on this. So I will. I think Drew grips the back of the chair, probably where the husband was sitting, where he was standing. Grips it and kind of buckles slightly, because he's still trying to keep that strong soldier front, but buckles slightly. So I think his sister definitely picks up on the fact that he's buckling. And I think he's actually going to sit in the chair
okay.
and try to play it off as he's trying to get on her level. But it's, to anybody who knows him, so maybe for Liliana and his sister, like, it's he's having a moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Especially Liliana, because she knows what he can do, and
Yeah.
could probably pick up what he tried to do and what
Yeah.
Didn't
At least
go well.
Yes.
yeah.
So, book
she's gonna-
lady and old lady and teen sneer.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Teen sneer it.
Sneer it. Smells like teen sneer it.
I like this theme. This is a good theme.
They exit out the other direction. So it's the 4 of you, your 4 traveling companions, and is that it? Oh, and the waiter.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the waiter.
Dun, dun, dun.
The maitre d'.
Yeah. So that's who's left in the room right now. Yeah.
Me,
so,
Maggie, Lucia, Gregory, the waiter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Billy,
then-
Maggie, Lucia, Gregory, Drew, Penelope, and Liliana
characters, our
and
companions,
Anton.
and waiter.
Yeah.
Penelope.
Yeah, and the waiter. So, Billy, what are you doing?
Billy really needs to use the restroom. For real.
Yeah.
When's a good break?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
if
no.
you need to,
No,
yeah.
Nick does too.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yeah. If Nick needs to use the restroom,
just
that's
waiting for a
okay.
good
Go.
break. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I should have gone this
You
last
pee in a
10
jug.
minutes.
Right?
We showed you the jug.
Let's finish this fighting talk so I can.
The Happy Jacks catheters.
Yes. We can totally fill space if you need.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
one of the things I wanted to do was send Mr. Impey to look for Detective Holloway.
Oh, okay.
Because he went to the restroom. Because
Yeah.
I think Billy's also like, yeah, maybe you just went to the toilet. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's getting all over. But also he wants to keep an eye on the detective.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to send Impy out there, sort of, because he can be used as like my eyes and ears as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, he like slithers under the door and then just kind of disappears, and you can let's say I think you can see through his perception, but you have to. It's sort of distracting,
Right.
so
I can
it's
imagine,
kind of
yeah.
Like, does that sound good? Like you're kind of seeing two realities at once.
Split
So-
screen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Close your left eye. Close your
Yeah.
left eye.
Okay. And I'm still at the table with Gregory, I think.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You have the left eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you come back yet?
Yeah, I've come back.
Okay.
Where did you go?
Oh, I walked over to make fun of you, and then I left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Swim back over to her.
Oh, she
Yeah.
wasn't going with
Yeah.
old lady.
Yeah.
I could have. No.
I think also Billy is noticeably a little bit more, not relaxed. I don't think Billy ever relaxes, but he definitely got more. And you might have probably noticed this too. He definitely got more stiff when he realized it was Holloway.
Yeah.
But now that Holloway's gone, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
and relax a little bit more. But I definitely want to keep an eye on him,
Yeah.
and sort of with Mr. Impy, sort of scout out between us and wherever the detective went.
Okay.
And what the detective's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So.
So I want you to act under pressure. To
Nice. Those ones.
What are they?
They're super fun.
Wait, hold them
Look
up to
at them. They're so cool.
What
I've
the
wanted to roll them
heck?
all night.
what?
That is so weird. I love it.
Fantastic. They're perverted.
Oh my god.
And they roll like
Wow.
garbage.
Cares?
Those are the
fun.
best dice.
How can you not?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Yes.
They
Under
look
pressure.
like demon
So
dice.
yeah, I want you to
Yeah,
act
they're-
under
For
pressure.
those of you listening to the podcast, they're like little humans, like with little balls and everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're
They
definitely
have
amazing.
holes where appropriately
Yeah, they
they
are.
need to be.
They
Yeah.
are anatomically
Anatomically correct.
Yes.
dice with little dots on them. It's
A
amazing.
couple.
Amazing.
Is the couple the six? Like, is the full human form the six or the one?
That six of their
they're-
backs.
Oh, so the one is
But
the.
the one is the frontal area.
Yeah, they're like bent over and holding their own butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm doing that, it's just a one. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's amazing.
Okay, so act under pressure.
Yeah, I want you to act under pressure because it's a little disorienting to
Split screen.
to split screen like this and actually like get the imp to like the imp is scurrying all around very quickly trying to find
Right.
Holloway.
Right.
So it's kind of making you a little vertigo-y.
Yeah.
If
I
that-
pictured us
yeah.
almost like. Oh goodness.
Oh no.
I dropped. I failed.
Oh
Where'd I
no,
go?
it went down.
All right,
Oh goodness.
mic down. We have a mic down.
Oh, that's a long cord.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It's,
Oh. Oh wow. I did all sort of breaky things.
You're muted, so nobody knows.
Oh.
Yeah.
you're, totally- you're not the first. You won't be the
yeah.
last.
You and that.
Why don't
The
you
night
Why don't
is
you go ahead
young.
and take your bathroom break while you got it off?
Yeah,
Or-
right.
yeah.
That's good.
Let's
And-
get to roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
you-
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
let him
can
roll,
go.
and then
okay.
I'll pee.
All right.
Let's get
Okay.
this underway.
Let him roll, then I'll pee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Roll then, Pete. Priorities.
Okay. So, yes. Roll.
Oh, that's a snake eyes, I think.
Does that mean something?
Nice.
Double
If
ones?
The little penises both point
have-
up. Oh yeah, one has a penis, one does
And
not
one
have a
has a JJ.
Boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
And I have a +2, but that doesn't probably
Not
seem
always.
to help at all.
Yeah, that only gets you to 5.
4.
Yeah, or 4. Yeah.
Math.
So,
I'd like
yeah.
to be super
Still
clear for this stream specifically. Boys don't always have a penis and girls don't always have a vagina.
That is
Right.
true.
Accurate.
That is true. Kindergarten
Are
cop
we
was
gonna?
wrong.
'Cause I think
Yeah.
we talked about on our Slack. Are we gonna do the? It's kind of late at this point, but the
Yeah.
pronoun.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Also, kindergarten cop was wrong as
Yeah.
well because sometimes it is a tuma.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
That's true.
Not everything you learned in kindergarten cop was correct.
I'm sorry. Are you saying
life
that
is
my
a lie.
life established on the movies of Arnold Schwarzenegger is wrong?
Yeah.
It might be.
So Skynet isn't a thing.
No, Skynet is definitely.
It's totally a thing.
Okay,
Not
thank
yet.
God.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Anyway,
So,
Back to my failure.
Yeah.
Yes. So you go through a tunnel right at that moment.
Oh God.
I hate these tunnels.
In their tunnels.
Trains and tunnels.
So good.
What movie was that? When it was the end?
And
Mark experience.
actually, I'm not.
Eurotrip?
You know what?
No, the movie.
Oh,
that-
anyway. Yeah, so Mark Experience. And you go through a tunnel. It only lasts about like 30 seconds or so. And then when it comes out, the waiter is gone.
Mi scusi.
Oh.
I've been trying to work that in the entire night. I'm so glad you did that.
Oh my god.
Coming out of the tunnel, there's an Italian gentleman next to you. Mi scusi. Mi scusi.
I'm dying.
Oh
The
my
waiter's
God.
gone, but there's a random Italian guy there.
Okay, feel free. Go break.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Okay, so waiter's gone.
Yes, the waiter's gone.
Very good.
Dun dun dun.
Cut to commercial break.
Cut to commercial break. All right.
All right.
Cut to Adam, like figuring out what he's gonna do with break.
No.
Yeah, for
I
the.
think Liliana, like especially like once it seems like the normals for the most part have left the car, especially after seeing the little like shadow thing, like
Yeah.
shit's like real. She's gonna come over like to you two. All right, what is going on? I don't. Are you still there?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta pick one
Okay.
of us.
Oh, that's right. I'll go over to
Yep.
to Drew then, since I know him. What is going on?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Right, but there's. Are they fairies too? What are these other
Look,
people? They've
there are
got
definitely Fey energies. I'm trying to figure that out. Clearly, something that happened with the old woman's husband was a Fey entity, which I'm trying to understand. This new development where the waitress disappeared.
Oh, by the way, you can still see that same. It looks like something just crossed over.
Okay, so same Fey energy. All right. Well, apparently, the waitress also crossed over to the Fey realm.
so
There's a strong Fey energy in this cabin.
so the Fae are just taking people, kidnapping them.
It's not the first time.
Kidnapping? Oh dear. Hello, I'm Penelope.
Oh,
Oh,
Hello,
this is my sister
Hello.
Penelope.
I love her.
She's lovely.
Hello.
No, there's no one being kidnapped.
Oh, I could have sworn she said kidnapping.
Well, no, we are
talking about an old case that used to work.
right. We are old
Oh.
acquaintances from the war.
Yes.
You know how I don't like talking about the war.
I do know. Oh, he's told me so many stories. Some of them are dreadfully scary. You have no idea. But he
No,
has the
I
most
think I very well
fantastical
sound like it.
imagination. No.
Well, yes, I mean I elaborate for her entertainment. Why don't you go back to our seat and order the sherry?
Oh, yes, I think I shall.
Yes. I don't know who will deliver it because the waiter's gone. Perhaps go to the bar order a sherry.
Anton comes up and says, "Come with me. I will get you vodka."
Oh,
And
but
he takes
she's
her.
never had one.
He takes her by the arm and leads Penelope over to the bar.
That can't go well.
It will be fine.
I
Or
certainly hope.
not. I don't know.
Well, I think we have bigger fish to fry, don't you?
The vodka will decide.
I remember from our training.
I love that. Bullets and vodka will sort everything, one way or another.
That's basically how she trained me, was bullets and vodka.
Right? Yeah.
You get a flashback to that montage.
Ugh. I imagine just Pai Mei and Beatrix, but bullets and vodka. Okay. What kind of connection do I have to the Fae that gave me my abilities? Is it like something like a direct connection, or is it like a Tommy, can you hear me? Or like
Your king is very fond of you,
is.
and all you have to do usually is just ask, and he will usually respond.
Okay.
Sometimes he shows up. Sometimes he just
can I
sends a
do it
messenger.
telepathically so no one knows? Or is it a whole ritual situation?
Why don't you roll use magic and then tell me what it looks like?
Cool. Where's his magic? Weird. I like weird. Weird is good. Mm-hmm. Weird is very good. Don't fuck with me, dice. Yeah, fucked with me, dice. That is 5, but I have 2, so 7.
7. Okay. So it works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch, and I will decide what effect the glitch has. Bless you.
My rainbow dice are better than your rainbow dice.
I use mine more.
All the luck is out of them. That's how that works.
That's fair. I use all my luck in Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your magic? What is your talking to Krister look like?
Well, I mean, if we're looking at effects, it'd be summon a monster into the world.
Yeah.
And I think it is...
Jeez, I was gone for 2 minutes. I missed all that.
No.
You really did.
We just argued.
They had a conversation, and he asked to talk to the Fae who gave him his powers.
And vodka sorts out things when bullets don't.
I didn't spell anything.
No, I did.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, nobody was listening.
Nobody
listens.
Because it is the Fae, and the Fae are traditionally Irish, I'm going to go real literal with this. Traditionally...
I mean, like, there's
Maybe
countries that are
your
not
Fae was
near-
Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she.
Iceland, like,
Yes.
still, like, doesn't
Yeah.
put roads down.
No,
in
they
certain
do.
places.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
I think it is a kind of a whispered prayer
Okay.
into, like, I'm looking into a newly poured glass of whiskey as almost a mirror and a whispered prayer
Uh-huh.
to speak face to face with my Fae King.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then glitches would be. Do you want me to choose a glitch?
Yeah,
And
you choose the glitch, and I'll tell you what it does.
It is a problematic side effect.
Oh.
The
Called
grin on your face
intercepted.
is amazing, Adam.
That is the gift I give to you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Gift wrapped with whiskey.
Second.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Lucia and Billy
That's fine.
while I figure out what this is.
Do I have like a minute to go pee?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna go do the thing.
Yeah. So, Lucia and Billy, you're at the table with Gregory.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I understand that I get orders from my Dark Master.
Yes.
Can I ask questions of him?
You can try. Why don't you use magic?
Unless you want to do something first. 'Cause
No,
you
go
have-
for it.
All right, let's try it. It's going to be really awkward to ask my boss for a favor.
I know, right?
I can't do that in real life. Use magic. I don't know where my use magic
Especially
is.
'cause
Oh,
your
it's on the
boss
back of the
It's
basic
so
moves?
scary.
I know, right? Yeah.
I'm going to take a second while you're rolling to
Oh,
announce.
yeah.
So we've gotten another donation from Christopher. So we are now at over $2,100.
That is so cool.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
That's so
In,
awesome.
Like a couple hours?
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Sweet.
I mean, we got, we had, about a little over 1,500 when we started.
Yeah.
Started the regular podcast.
Yeah. But yeah.
So,
So that's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to
What'd you
take them
get?
back. I wanted to take it back while you were talking.
yeah.
All right, we've got 5, but
So weird.
it's plus weird, and I have a lot of weird. Hell, it's an 8.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah. So your effect is going to be to communicate with something. I mean, you share a language with it, sort of, but you're going to communicate with something. But choose a glitch.
I kind of wanted to have problematic side effect only because I feel like our wires are going to get crossed. Like, the hell are you?
Oh.
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, that'll be fun.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you ask?
I've got I'm not actually asking so much, but I have I want to let my boss know there's a lot of fairies on this. There's a lot of fae on this train. And if I could get any help, in just, I hesitate to use the word neutralize the situation, but I assume whatever I say is going to be taken that way anyway. So if I could just get a little help.
Okay.
Not destroy everything, please. I still want a vacation. I'm doing his work.
We have so many conversations we need to have.
Oh, and it's a compact mirror. I have a compact.
Of course.
Nice.
Yes.
I love it. Clara and Joey territory is just like. Yeah.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
Like,
Official Teen Chom member, though.
Right, though?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to go back. So Billy was trying to see through the eyes of his little imp. And, yeah. The imp finds Holloway. And the imp kind of slides under the door to the men's room, the men's lavatory. And you see Holloway, and you can hear him. We get that kind of like tunnel vision kind of thing.
Like the first verse is Sabrina.
Yes. Yup. And you see Holloway like go to the like couple of different stalls, and he's like, "Hey, anybody in here? Anybody in here?" And he's like, "Yeah, nobody in here." Zip. And he starts to pee. And the imp is.
Turn off.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey. All right.
No interest in that.
Yeah. And you hear, or no, you don't hear. You feel a kind of. It's almost like when you hit your funny bone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like it's a mix of when you hit your funny bone, fingernails on a chalkboard.
Oh.
It's like an inner vibrating.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. And like biting your tongue
Okay.
at the same time. And it feels very unpleasant and very uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then you feel this just kind of a little slithering as the imp like slips back into your pocket.
Okay.
And if you've ever seen a cat just like suddenly look around and just bolt to another room, like your imp like clearly was like, nope, going under the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can draw conclusions, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
So yeah, Billy's just gonna snap out of it, get that, and take a shot.
Yeah.
Take
Right.
a shot of whiskey.
Drinking whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you like a -1 to your sharp rolls?
Because I'm drinking whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're drinking 103 proof whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And eat the Rocky Road things again. Those are pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Those hurt me.
Yeah. They look good. I'm still an almond fan, so like, they're fantastic though.
More for us.
Yeah, go
So-
for it.
Right on the top of your sheet, drinking.
Okay.
+1 to the site.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
And
I am heavily altering this minigame. Alex Flanagan, if you're listening, or if you listen at any point, or if you see this, know that I love what you did. And I will one day use it as you wrote it.
And as long as he has player characters, we will continue to mess it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is our job.
Yeah.
Because
Especially inebriated player characters.
right, yeah.
it's our fault.
No, it's also quite my fault. Because I'm like, I'll set it on a tray, sure, whatever.
Sorry, that was a -1.
Anyway,
Sharp.
I am -1 to sharp, but that has things. But anyway, like this minigame is awesome. If any of you are listening, this is not at all what the minigame is. I just got some ideas from it, and I'm totally screwing it up. But I'm going with it because it's a good story.
And that's totally cool. It's
Yeah.
GM.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But I highly encourage people to actually like get this mini game and try it as written, because it's a really cool idea. And even if you don't follow it, you will still have fun, because I'm having a great time.
Lillian is gonna
Yes.
go continue talking to Drew.
Drew is in the middle of looking in the middle at his
Yes.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were talking and
Have-
you just like looked into your glass and are still staring at it. So
Yeah.
she's like,
We're going to come back to, I know both of you have conversations to have, and we will come back to that. Liliana, what are you doing?
is there something in your whiskey with it? Hello, Drew. Hello.
I'm excuse me.
He just talked into his cup, by the way. Anybody who's listening to the podcast.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Yes. You know my friend.
Oh, yes.
I'm
The
trying to.
Tinkerbell.
I understand that is your name for him, but I assure you he's no Tinkerbell. He's no mere pixie.
All right.
I'm trying to see if he can find some information about what's happening.
What? But were you the one with the little shadow power? Are you the one?
No, not at all. You know us. We exist in life and light. Shadow is not quite our.
I don't know much about you, to be honest. I know you do very strange things, and that was a very strange thing.
That wasn't one of my strange things. No.
Well, then we need to find out. You are obviously not the only one with the powers on
I
the train.
strongly suspect the woman from Spain.
Oh yeah, she is an evil bitch.
Well, I would start with her.
Also, she's a demon.
Because I got a major sensation of demonic energy from her. Fire and brimstone, all that. Revelation.
A demon, you say?
Well, I would assume fire and brimstone and revelation and such.
There's
What about like neck things? Do demons do neck things?
I wouldn't know. No.
No.
I just got a strong brimstone whiff
Oh,
of sulfur.
whiff.
Yes.
All right.
I would start there.
Start with that.
Yes.
The
There's a rush of cold air as one of the doors opens, and in walks the most unrealistically beautiful man that any of you have ever seen.
Just imagine Lucia just like pushes Gregory aside. Like, you're fine. You're fine.
like
you're
the
fine.
slow.
You would. He's super hot, but he smells rank
Oh God, no!
to you.
Damn it!
Would I recognize this man?
He is unnaturally pretty, and he's wearing modern clothing, except it just feels like it's richer and more ancient than anything that you've seen anybody wear.
There's brocade on it, or shouldn't be brocade.
Right, yeah, yeah. Like, you look at it and, like, at first glance you're like, oh, that's wool. And then you're like, but there's brocade there somewhere. Like, I just feel
That's
brocade.
damaged wool.
Yeah.
That's weird.
How
weird.
do they make wool out of silk?
Right, yeah, yeah.
Liliana does not know what brocade is. She gives no fucks about brocade.
Yes.
That is
This place is absolutely crawling with demonic energy.
Well, yes, why... hello?
Hello, darling.
Yes. Perhaps we should go to a... Is there like a booth or a table that's unoccupied?
Oh, yeah. There are several tables that are unoccupied.
Okay, great. We will
There's
go to
also
an-
nobody over at the
Right.
bar.
How is my sister doing? Is she like...
Oh,
four
yeah, she's
cherries
at-
in and having a great
Yeah,
time?
she's at the bar with Anton. They have a bottle of vodka.
Of
between
course
them.
they do. Fantastic. I hope she doesn't ruin her engagement. That'll be a problem for later. That's a problem for later, Drew. Current Drew was like, yes, let's go to this table and discuss what's happening.
Is this your friend?
Why do we have to go to a table when there's such an interesting situation right here?
Well,
I don't know if I like being called a situation.
Yes, how rude of me.
It's not the worst thing I've been called, though.
Liliana, this is my good friend Krista. Krista, this is Liliana.
So we've met.
Oh, have you?
Oh, you don't know about that yet. Hello.
Oh. Oh, God, I hate the weird stuff. Hello.
Hello.
You are his friend.
Yes, he's
Not
well,
a Tinkerbell, you're right.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a crude.
I was thinking he'd have wings, though.
Well,
When I want to.
right.
I do enjoy seeing you completely befuddled.
Well, I'm quite out of sorts.
So I can tell.
Do you have any thoughts?
Drink more.
I have many thoughts, and drink more sounds like a great one.
Well, I've got a full glass of whiskey.
Good. Shoot it.
Yes, sir.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go look at something.
It's gonna end badly. Jesus. And
Life imitates
Joey
art.
really did it. Oh God.
Wait, was that the 103
Yes.
proof?
No, that was the Kavanaugh. I finished.
Oh.
I finished that.
Woo!
I was like, we're
Goodness.
gonna carry him out of
I
here.
know, right? Yeah.
I'm a boggart, not a lunatic.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's a shirt. Yeah.
Right?
Very close. Very, very thin line.
Yeah, yeah. Lunatics have a little self-control. Accurate.
I did the charades
Yeah.
on
got
those
it.
moment.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me, I have someone I need to speak to.
Oh, I thought.
And he just kind of walks
it-
past you.
He's very special friend. He doesn't seem super
Well,
interested.
he was a very special friend. Apparently, he's found someone more interesting, which is quite upsetting. I'm quite cross at him.
You're very British.
Yes.
You're quite crossed.
Lucia. So you are looking into your compact mirror.
Yes. Which is not uncommon anyway.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And you see in the mirror behind you sort of a smoky, fiery figure. A very dashing man in a red suit with red eyes, except he's on fire, or maybe he's not.
That can be hot.
Could be hot. Hot or not.
He's ginger.
He's definitely on fire.
And you just kind of see him flickering in and out in your mirror, standing
Behind
behind
me?
you. Yeah, and he's
Okay.
he's looking at you through the mirror, and he says, "I was beginning to miss you."
Oh, how sweet. Oh. You'll make me blush. I wonder how long it's been since we talked, actually.
Let's say a couple of years.
Cool. I've had this body that long. It's not weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talked you talked about like 2 or 3 years after, up to about 2 or 3 years after you got this body, and then you stopped. It's been about 7 years.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hi?
Hi.
I actually, question for you. What was the last thing that I was asked to do? Because I jumped ship because I liked the lavishness of being alive. So, and things have shifted around since we've started characters and stuff. So I'm just curious, like,
I'm going to give Adam a moment to think.
yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I'm announcing that we have had more donations. Thank you, Heather.
Yay!
Yay.
Heather donated $100. So thank
Thank
you.
you,
Oh,
Heather.
wow, Heather!
Thank you, Heather.
I know she's watching this horrible thing.
That's amazing. You're doing fantastic.
Right, you're doing great.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
So thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Love you.
What was the last thing you were asked to do?
Well, I clearly didn't say, like, fuck off and, like, run off. But, I haven't checked in a while, which means, like,
Yeah.
maybe I did it.
No, you
Damn it.
didn't.
I'm working on it.
You did not do
I'm
it.
working on it.
Still.
Still, humans move slow.
Right, though?
Yeah.
There's generally all the time in the world. But why are you calling me now? You haven't even accomplished your task.
It's in process. It's happening. Lots
Billy, roll sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll the fun dice.
Well, the fun one rolled like crap, so
Good.
they're more fun that
It's even
way.
better.
They really
4. Oh, that's it.
So good. Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh, darn.
Of course.
I'm Marcus.
Yes, yeah.
Oh no.
You hear this entire conversation, both sides of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lovely.
Have you heard me talk to him before? Probably not.
I think you were just kind of his like
Yeah.
heist buddy who like
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not
Yeah.
totally in tune with it like these guys. I just have
Yeah. You know
I just
she.
have an artifact.
Yeah, you know, and you know she was weird. You know that you made a deal. You know
Right.
that.
I know this stuff exists.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, you know at least demonic stuff exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I see him though?
It's a compact mirror. It's like,
It's face. It would be facing. I imagine I'm across.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
You see her talking. I think you do.
Wondering like how
See him?
subtle I've
Yeah.
actually been with him.
Because he also made a deal with him, so he
Right.
might. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Billy's here.
Yeah.
Hi mom. Billy's here.
Thank you.
It's hard not to like talk into my hand while I'm doing this.
I know,
Like,
right?
It's very
Yeah.
nice to
I
have
love
that
it, yeah.
imaginary. I have a
Method.
compact.
Hashtag
in my,
method.
yeah.
Don't you have a
It's like I
contact?
have one somewhere, but it's not worth finding.
Eh.
Please tell me, how are you?
Well, I happened to be on a train in Switzerland, and I am still doing your good work, but nefarious work.
Yeah. There you go.
Your nefarious work, but
It's a little more palatable.
I am on a train full of fairies.
Really?
I know I don't like using the term fairies, but it feels appropriate in
Yeah.
this case. It is.
I would
fair.
accept Pixie as a faux derogatory term.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on a train full of pixies,
I see.
and it seems they're up to their business.
Mm-hmm.
Pixie business.
Which is the less popular Tom Cruise film. Same scene with him in his underwear, but
Right, that was-
slightly different.
Yeah,
Slightly different tone. And what is it you want me to do? Hello, Billy.
Hello.
Tick tock, tick tock. The mouse ran up the clock.
Is there a chance I could get
Hi, Billy.
something?
What would you like?
Is there a way to get a little leg up on the competition, as it were?
What exactly do you mean?
I want something to see. I want to get me out scot-free. I want something that will handle any that will work well against any fairy nonsense. Maybe cold steel or iron.
Cold iron.
How dare you?
I can probably arrange
I want a crowbar. I need a crowbar.
That existed in the last game.
Yeah. Well, I have actually. I just realized I have. I have brass knuckles. I have brass knuckles. See, the problem is that I don't doubt that I can hold my own against them. I want to protect everyone else, but I can't ask them to protect everyone else because that would be
Yeah.
weird. So, I just want insurance, like a crowbar.
I feel like something is
Or
not
help figuring out what's here.
right with you. I feel it's like a goodness.
Is the meat suit wrinkling? Like,
Suit.
It feels like
Steam it. Steam heat.
kindness.
Like from hell.
It's disgusting.
It is, and you are. It's Billy.
No.
Damn.
No, Billy is not kindness.
Damn it.
I feel. Ugh. Maybe it's that disgusting mouse next to you. It's just the stench of self-sacrifice and loyalty to the others is just. Ugh.
It makes a great cover, though.
What the hell is that? And you see him turn away from the mirror for the first time. And you see where you turn and see where he's looking. And you see a beautiful, bepompadoured, bepaislied,
Sleep.
brocaded
Yeah.
Gentleman
walking towards you.
Great fashion sense. Terrible everything else.
He's fantastic and you know it.
Bite me.
I love him.
I'm sure you do.
Andrew. And you get a finger wag.
Huh? Yes, I'm here.
Go back to Daddy.
Andrew, come here and destroy my enemies.
To my bidding.
And a name comes out of the mouth of hell that is your true
Oh,
name.
man.
Not Lucia, but your
Yeah.
true name. Yes, destroy my enemies.
Help!
Don't we have a bigger issue at hand?
I don't know. You called me here.
I called you here because you have a bigger issue at hand. I want to know what's going on with these people who have gone disappearing.
The disappearing people.
Yes. The gentleman and the waiter?
I thought you called me here to destroy all these demons in your car. Ugh.
One thing at a time.
Roll investigate a mystery.
Oh, God.
I can't do nefarious work.
Wait,
if I'm
wait,
being
wait.
called by demons. Or by
You've been
fairies.
drinking.
Uh-huh.
-1.
Oh, I've had one drink and I've been staring into another.
Yeah.
You took a shot.
You shot it.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that's fair.
Right drinking at the top of your
Yeah.
thing, and
Well,
a
that's
-1 to
fair.
sharp.
It's gonna sound like because I specifically have not had Liliana drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I was making that decision before you started making minuses on people, so I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I didn't know it was a thing.
I just conveniently forgot.
thing.
I didn't know it was a thing
I
either,
don't care.
but I figure I have like
Oh, that's a 5 total.
Yeah, enjoy
Oh.
I fucked this up.
what is with your dice, man?
Not great.
No,
I think you looked at them.
opposite of great. yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah, that's not great. It's a
Nope.
5.
No. You go through a tunnel.
Right. Oh, no.
I like to hiss into my compact. I can't do your nefarious works if I'm dead first. If this meat suit dies.
Okay. So you're consumed by darkness. There is a flash of fire, and a flash of silver, and a flash of smoke, and a flash of light.
Uh-huh.
And you hear the sounds of metal clanging against metal. Wow, I'm really slurring.
Yeah.
I'm not that drunk,
You're
actually,
not.
but I'm like super slurry for some reason.
You're tired.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is kind of
Drink.
tiring.
Oh, yeah. Drink the rest of your caffeine
My coffee
that I
is
got you.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still very clear-headed. I'm just like,
I should have got you a venti.
yeah, you should have got me a venti, but it's all
all
right.
your fault.
You brought me
It
coffee.
is. It's my fault.
Yeah. Okay, so flash of fire, flash of silver, flash of smoke, flash of light. Right? And you, as these flashes happen, you see the man in red with fire in his eyes and the paislied bepompadored, pretty bay. You see them just engaged in an all-out battle, swinging swords, swinging fists, swinging magic at each other, and as you come out of the tunnel, both of them are gone, and there's a little cloud of sort of sparkling that just kind of flitters to the ground, and a little cloud of ash that just sort of flitters to the ground. And Drew, in your mind, you hear your king, Krister, say, "Just don't turn your back on it." And Lucia, in your mind, you hear let the Fae take care of their own.
All right.
But use the iron that you own.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I know that the fairy who has eye-sword his way into the room and is now gone, did I know that was his bestie? Sweetum?
You don't necessarily know the relationship, but you saw him motion to Drew and command him, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we canceled each other out.
Yeah.
Okay, well done.
Maggie comes over to Billy.
Yeah, what is that bitch doing?
Just trying to get back over to her.
Freak it out.
Yeah. She's like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?
So many smells.
Oh my God! It smells terrible in here. I smell everything. Did you see it?
It had 12 abs.
12! There were 12 of them.
Did.
I never seen a washboard like that.
Yeah.
I never smelled a washboard like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So much lavender and brimstone. I'm
horrible.
freaking out of here.
They got abs.
Yep.
Yeah, Billy, we gotta go. We can't stay here.
We must stay, Maggie.
Why?
We have to get to our appointment.
We don't have to do it here.
What's your point again?
We can walk. I don't know. This train creeps me out.
We are not walking, Maggie.
This was
Also, that is a very, very good Peter Lorre impression.
Right.
It is so good.
helps.
Keep doing it. I love it. It is so good.
It really is.
I am here
beautiful.
for it.
Yeah. I gotta get some help. I need my bags. Go get my bags. Somebody get my bags. I'm gonna get my bags.
Gregory.
Liliana's gonna look at her like she's
I
getting your
I
bags.
don't think it's in the best interest of anybody.
Oh, would you shut up?
I'm sorry, I have an issue with how
Sorry, that
I am
sounded
handling
appropriate.
things.
That felt appropriate. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm here for it. Bring it.
Can I use... Actually, I feel like I need to roll for something to shut you down, but it's the wrong game.
Welcome to my world.
You can manipulate him.
I'm going to try to manipulate him just to be quiet.
Oh.
Okay.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Manipulate is charm, so that's +2. 6 + 2 is 8.
I lent you those dice. Judas's.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Judas dice.
You mark experience if you do what she wants.
Okay.
What do you want him to do?
I just want him to be quiet and sit down.
Yeah, no.
Damn it.
I understand your want, but my
No, that's
my
fine,
stalwart
too.
British nature is like, no.
That's fine too.
Not even experience can make a Joey character shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, and it's
No.
Hashtag on
beautiful.
brand.
If given the opportunity to give a speech, I will do it.
But yes, you have told Lucia like 5 times now, like we shouldn't leave the carriage or the room and whatever. And
Everyone's best interest.
everyone's
La,
best
la, la,
interest.
la, la.
Me, I smell like lavender. And so at this point,
Yeah.
she's like,
Smell it.
no.
Lick it up, baby. Lick it up.
I think the lavender and brimstone is kind of a cool combination.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a
Smoky
new lush
floral.
product, I
Right?
think.
Right? Yeah.
Or
It might-
posh,
It might
yeah.
smell a little
Yeah.
like the bathroom that's been used and covered.
All right, while we're off this subject
yes.
and we're talking about how things smell,
Yeah.
Brian and RK both donated to the fund. So we
Thank you, Brian. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I love this.
Very good.
All right. Liliana. So you see Maggie running for the door back to the cabin room.
Right.
So she's running to the door. She's about to open it. You see a shadowy, sort of slithery shape behind her.
Okay. Like a little, the same little shape I saw before, or like a different?
No, this is different.
Okay.
This is tall and it's almost like it looks for a second like there's just a weird shadow behind her, and then you look directly at it and it's gone.
Okay. How many abs does it have?
Good question. Good answer. Good answer.
All of them.
All of them.
0 abs.
Okay, 0 abs.
0
Oh,
abs.
my.
Oh.
Right. This is how you know it's a bad guy in an Adam game. There are no abs.
Yep.
It's a bad guy. It's evil. It's evil.
Your bad guys are usually pretty hot too, actually.
That's true.
Right.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But
It's
zero
a shadow.
abs.
It has
Zero
no depth.
abs because like minion or henchman.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
It just has no definition because it's all one shade.
Right.
So
I'm with you. Yeah.
Probably has abs. I just can't see them.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Because they're fey abs.
Yeah.
Fabs, if you will.
They're
Fabs.
accurate.
Hashtag fabs.
Cheers for fabs.
All right.
Oh, poop.
All right.
What do you do?
I'm gonna chase after her, like follow her.
Okay. All right. So
Because this is like.
yeah, she slams the door open and she rushes across the gap. She slams the other door open into the rooms, and she runs down the hall towards her room.
Okay.
So,
Our rooms
Yeah.
in the next car over?
Yes.
Okay. So they're right there.
yeah.
Right. Is the thing still following her? Like, as I'm following her, do I see it still following her, or is it gone?
Are you looking for it?
Yeah. Once I notice it, I'm like looking.
Yeah. No, you can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like she's just running down the hallway.
Okay. Matt, are you run? What? Why are you running?
No time. No time. I need my bags. I got stuff in there.
All right, White Rabbit, you're out of time. Like what? Like, we're on the train. What are you? What?
She's as neurotic as a whale.
Right? Yeah, yeah. She opens up the cabin where one of the cabin doors where you presume she's staying, and she goes and she grabs a suitcase and
bag.
carpet
bag?
yes, a carpet bag.
Wow.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. She grabs a carpet bag. She pulls it open and she just starts like yanking stuff out of it. The weirdest shit. Like there's like a femur of some kind of
Like a
creature.
chin finger,
good.
like a chin
Yeah.
femur.
There's a tin can.
Okay.
There is a cob of corn that has been eaten. All the corn up it has been eaten. It's just the cob
Damn it,
left.
Shangela.
There is a ring of keys, like one of those giant rings, like 5-inch diameter rings of keys.
Maybe a lamp that
Hashtag
shouldn't
fun
fit
home.
inside of-
Right? Yeah. There is some weird shit just flying out, and she's digging for stuff.
Oh man, it's too early for a Mary Poppins joke. God damn it!
Is it too early?
She wouldn't know. There's no Mary
Oh,
Poppins
too
yet.
early in
In
the
the timeline.
not like our time, but like
No.
the time.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay.
I couldn't make that joke.
It is.
I'm
It
sorry.
Kimmy
is.
is making that joke, so
Yeah.
insert that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll edit that in.
Right? Yeah.
Oh god, fucking damn it! What is with all the weird people on this goddamn train?
She's a rag and bone woman.
Yes.
I need this stuff. I got somewhere in here.
Are you a witch or something? We've got the fairy, we've got the demons. Are you a demon or are you a witch? What are you?
I mean, which is kind of close. I mean, like, sort of.
All right.
I mean, I prefer the term mystic, but that's mostly because, all the rubes just kind of like that a little better.
Also because Americans burned witches.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, they weren't the only ones. Like everybody.
Oh, everyone wishes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not a great time to be a witch.
Here, hold this. And she gives you, literally a rubber chicken.
Yay!
She's my favorite.
Boy.
I love her.
But did it used to be a chicken?
I think you
and she's
still
coated
might-
it in rubber.
Yeah.
It is now. Yeah. It is a
Taxidermy
chicken.
chicken.
Right? It is actual chicken coated in rubber.
Oh.
You know what is the most sad
Thank
thing?
you, Nick. Please always contribute. That was beautiful.
Play more games with us.
Yes.
I want to play more games with you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know the strangest thing is you are still the most normal person.
Thank you. Thank you. I completely feel the same way about you,
know-
honey.
Oh,
This
good.
side of Teal was personally attacked.
You're definitely not normal.
Nope.
You know what? I wish my Billy had better taste than women.
Oh really?
I think, like you, you're like dangerous, and I like this, and I might need you in a little bit.
I'm not like dangerous. I am in fact dangerous.
Billy likes dangerous.
I think you're amazing, and I just want you to know that.
Will you please taste this chicken?
Oh, sorry. Let me have the chicken.
Yes,
Here,
but thank you.
hold this bottle of hooch.
This I could take.
Yeah. Now,
Oh my
I
God.
swear, it should be in here.
What? Do I want to know?
I got it. And she pulls out, and she's got like a pocket watch.
Of course
This
she
is
does.
what I needed.
You needed to know what time it was.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
There are clocks on the wall.
Oh, yeah, but this one, it's
This
better.
is Swiss
better.
time. This is American time, which is different.
Yeah.
Are you there? I don't remember.
I
you being
don't
there.
know.
No.
Can I be
Joey's
Maggie when I
there.
grow up?
Sorry.
Can I be Maggie
Yeah.
when I grow up?
Right. Yeah.
Yes, Clara. I feel like this is a possibility for you.
Accurate. Rude.
I am here, and I will ensure this happens.
You're
I'm
going
sorry.
to need,
I'm in character a little.
That's true though.
you're going to need
shade.
a carpet bag.
No,
Yeah.
shade is everything. Shade is life.
It is. It's
Hashtag
true.
shade is life.
Yes.
It is my lifeblood.
And
Well,
oh
I'm
my God, it's
Drink more whiskey.
come on.
glad
Need
you
more
found your
coffee.
watch and you know what time it is. I'm going to go help solve the crime, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, you do that. Tell Billy I'll be here. I gotta look at something.
I'm sorry. Who is Billy?
Billy, the cute one. It's like cute with like the little, like his little domey head and his little bulby nose.
He's the quiet one, the one who's not talking very much.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, trust me.
Personally
You don't-
attacked.
You don't talk much, but he speaks a lot.
oh.
What? I'm sorry. How do you feel
Can't
personally
get a
attacked?
word in edgewise.
The cute one? Sorry.
You got to realize this is all from Maggie's perspective.
I understand. I've also had quite a bit of whiskey, so forgive
And
me.
Maggie has
You're
shitty
fine.
taste.
Maggie's a gem.
Breathe
I love
in.
her.
Oh, yeah.
Gaming.
We're here. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So is your Billy like you, like a witch?
Oh,
Or,
no.
I'm sorry, what was this thing you called?
A seer. A mystic.
Seer, a mystique.
Yes. A mystique. Oh, mystique. Oh, I like that. It sounds exotic. Mystique. Madame Mystique.
I think I might go speak with this Billy, and he doesn't have rubber chicken, does he?
No rubber chicken.
All right, I'm taking this with me, though.
He does have a little buddy.
I don't know that yet.
Okay. So
Alright, so she's gonna like back out. Like, alright.
Taking
Like
the chicken.
Homer
and the hooch.
Simpson
No,
through the
the
hedge.
Hand
Right,
back
yeah.
the chicken. I've got
yeah,
the hooch.
Yeah. Yeah. And right as you're about to the door back to the dining car, out of the one of the cabins next to the door to the dining car, Book Lady steps out, and she looks and she meets you, and she says, "She's gone."
The who is gone?
And the old woman, she disappeared before my eyes.
This train seems to do that to people.
Has anyone else gone?
In the last few minutes, I don't know, but I believe that is the third person, I believe, or fourth person,
Well, we have the old gentleman, the waiter.
and then this one. So the third.
None of us
I am
cared.
the only one sober enough to count to 3.
There's a 3.
I
3.
somehow believe that.
1, 2, 3.
That is the German 3. This is the British 3.
Oh my god.
I am afraid that we are dealing with much more here than we know.
No, I'm pretty sure we know it's all very strange. Evidently, it is Tinkerbell's.
Yay.
Interesting. And she walks with you back into the room.
Yeah.
So you guys see Book Lady and Liliana
They're together.
entering together. Yeah. Let's see. Lucia, Billy, what are you guys doing?
Apparently I am real mad. I think I've been completely...
Oh yeah, you guys were kind of fighting.
Yeah.
We were having a moment.
We're getting this close to just like slap fighting each other.
Has anything actually come of that? Or are
No.
you just like glaring at each other?
I've gotten the sensation that everyone who's disappeared has had a Fey aspect or a Fey sense to their disappearance. So
Yeah.
I called Krister to be like, what is going on? Why are these people being called to the Fey realm? How can I prevent more people? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
If I walk in and they're like doing the little slap, like, nah, 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 like Liliana's like done.
Yeah.
She's
They're
gonna-
doing They're doing the verbal version
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
or
They're
the-
not actually
yeah.
like yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She's gonna pull out her revolver and shoot it at the ceiling.
Yes!
Jesus!
Yes!
Shake things up.
Yep.
Russians.
Love it. I
So it's
love
like-
it.
Boom! And you're in the room?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So we cut bullshit. You are all very strange and have the magics, and we are going to sit and figure out what the goddamn fuck is working in this room because the magic is taking people away.
You fully have Billy's attention now.
Oh, he's
So-
into it.
I was trying to be more subtle about it, but perhaps
There are no fucks left to give. We all have magic in the room. We've got the witch, and we've got the demon lady, and we have a Tinkerbell. And so we've really got a little bit of everything.
we
And one of
prefer patron of the Fae, but perhaps Tinkerbell will work in a more vulgar parlance.
patron of the Fae. This is what we
Liliana.
are.
Liliana, what the fuck are you talking about?
Those-
Why you problem make when no problem have you don't want to make?
Yes! Oh, God, yes!
I fell. I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
Mute it. You're drunk. Mute it. Okay.
I had to.
I'm holding on to it.
Yeah.
The spirit
We're
moves
fixed.
me.
We're fixed. We're good.
Yes. So, where's the girl that you filled with vodka?
What? The vodka? It's
Yes, the girl.
My
you-
sister.
Yes.
Where is my sister?
Did you fill her with vodka and leave her alone? Go find her.
Somebody roll sharp.
My sister, I will roll sharp.
Yes.
Yeah.
do the thing.
Although I've been drinking, so it's a -1, which is a
better.
0.
Better.
It's 9.
It's fine.
Nine.
You're fine.
Okay. For a moment, you all look around panicked. Another person has disappeared. And Penelope is gone. Nowhere to be seen.
No.
And then Anton says, she passed out behind the bar. What?
I will check behind bar.
I was expecting that.
She is passed out on the floor.
Well, at least you stopped talking.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
Billy.
I think that's going to get Billy to just that realization again, like, oh, people are disappearing. Maggie's gone.
Yeah.
He's going to not sneak, he's just going to take off towards our room.
where do you think you're going?
To check on my friend.
We need to stick together.
gone.
People insist on disappearing. No! Where do you think you're going? I'm going to follow him. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, man,
Okay,
I'm
so you
triggered.
guys go
it's
down the
like
hallway.
20 feet away. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
God damn
So
it.
you guys head down the hallway.
I'm going
with
after
Lucia.
them. You've triggered me. I'm so mad at you now.
Well, Leanna's gonna just shake her head for a minute and then follow them too.
So-
I mean,
Gregory's
with the
just
doors
sitting-
open, we can probably see down the hall
Yeah,
of the
absolutely.
cabin.
We
to down the night.
We have to stick together. There are strange things happening in this cabin. We must stick together. You can wave me off as you want. I'm still going to insist that we stick together.
All right.
You come to the room, and Maggie is sitting on the floor, and she's holding the stopwatch, or not the stopwatch, pocket watch above her head. She has a candle burning in front of her, and bowl full of water, and she is chanting in this language that you've never heard.
Can I use telepathy to figure out what the fuck she's doing?
I heard
Sure.
the words before.
Great.
Have I seen the watch before? Have I seen her do this before?
You've seen the watch before.
Okay.
Oh my
no.
god.
Once more.
Drunk.
Joey's super drunk.
Wow.
Just drop it.
This
Just
is the
drop
problem.
it.
Just there you go.
There you
There we
go.
go. 9 plus, would you like this to be investigative mystery or read about situation?
Wait, what did I? Oh, I told you to roll sharp.
It's telepathy.
Oh, telepathy. Oh, okay. You are investigating a mystery.
Okay. Which I think is sharp.
Yeah,
So it is 9.
Yeah.
It is a 9.
9. Okay.
So
So
-1 because I've been drinking whiskey.
yeah, one question.
For reals.
Okay. Let's go with what can it hurt?
What can hurt it?
That's what I said. How
Um,
dare you?
You see the thing that that you notice immediately because it makes you recoil. That watch is made out of cold iron.
Okay, so I'm gonna immediately jump back and repulse and have a moment with it.
Yeah.
Then we have that cinematic moment where we're
Uh-huh.
following him, and he jumps back and he hits.
Piles of
Yeah,
dust.
he hits Lucia, and Lucia bumps into Liliana, and it's just
Full on domino effect.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And Liliana shoves Lucia forward, and Lucia shoves into I'm sorry, I was like Drew, and Drew push forward.
Like,
It's
no.
Billy, there is this whole shenanigans going on behind you as you
Larry
look.
Cohen. Literally. Larry Moe
Curly.
Curly.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Larry
some water.
Cohen.
Thank
Larry
you.
Cohen.
Bless you.
You know, the Three Stooges, Larry Cohen.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think immediately as I see her doing her thing, I'm going to run in next to her and just see if I can help. I know
Oh,
she's
okay.
doing her thing.
Yeah.
I'm there. We do this.
Okay.
What can I do?
Okay.
You know.
I would like you to use magic.
Oh, sure it's not help out?
Do you want to help out?
Cool.
You know what? I'll let you roll. I will let you roll cool. Yeah. It's really more of an act under pressure, I'm going to say. but yeah, roll cool.
7, 8, 9.
Nice.
8, 9.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you recognize that she's doing a thing, and you've seen her do like weird spell kind of stuff before.
Right.
And you know that that when she's doing these things, it usually helps to have some sort of atmospheric focus.
Okay.
So, some sort of, whether it's, no, brain processing.
You mean
go
like
ahead.
dim the lights, have quiet,
Yes,
like okay.
that kind of thing. It needs the fanfare, the pomp, the show.
The performance.
Yeah, the performance.
And I
Yes.
think Billy's very aware of it. You have to dazzle your audience. You
Yeah,
have to set the mood and set the tone.
Exactly. And
Right.
you know with Maggie, it's not just a thing to like dupe the rubes. It's actually like it's part of the ritual.
Right.
Is to make people think, ooh, how spooky. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Yeah, it actually helps her
So
focus.
He's going to kill the lights. I'm torn between turning around and just closing the door. I'm going to just close the door and everybody else. Because they're all three stooging by in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be close the door, turn off the lights, and then focus and make sure
Yeah.
everything's quiet so she can focus.
Okay.
Set the tone.
Okay.
I'm not going to lock the door. I don't care if they open
Yeah.
it. But
You're closing yourself in there with her?
yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So the door closes in front of the three of you, but you can feel a sort of energy. All three of you are very sensitive to this. To Lucia and Liliana, the energy coming from the room feels kind of tingly, but not uncomfortable.
Ooh.
To Drew, it feels dangerous and weird and gross.
No, not at all. It's problematic.
Yeah. Yeah. And
My baby Billy's grown up. He's doing big boy magic.
and you hear a scream from the dining car.
Is this from I recognize?
Oh
Where do we
no!
leave? Oh.
Oh no!
Everybody.
Gregory.
We loved everybody.
We did.
It is not a scream you recognize.
Thank God. Okay.
Whoa,
She's
wait a
passed
minute.
out behind the bar.
Wait, who was
My husband,
Oh, whoops.
Anton, might scream like a girl. I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
that's promising.
It was a, I will say it was a male scream.
Okay.
Okay.
Rude. It was
I guess we go. I'm going to turn around and run back to the cat because whatever's happening with Maggie is fine. Clearly, it's good magic.
yeah.
So I was already told like let them do what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn back and run back into the dining car.
Starting to
I
feel
don't-
like Clue.
I don't know if I right though. I don't know if I left.
Then I'm doing it
I
right.
don't know if I left the dining car. I think I'm still in the dining car.
So you went into the cabin car
Did I? Okay.
with everybody.
Okay,
We
good.
three stooged our way in there.
Then
Yeah.
the scream I would have gone back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, and Liliana, are you going back? Or are you staying there at Maggie and the closed door of Maggie and Billy?
No, I think like he said it was fey magic, and I don't think.
Yeah.
And this doesn't seem like I don't know a lot, but this doesn't seem like fey magic
It
because the
doesn't,
humans
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, she's obviously not the one stealing the people if it's fey magic, so I'm gonna go elsewhere. Like maybe she's stopping it. I don't really give a shit.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like as long as she's not the one taking people, I'm out.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, it seems clear she's not the one taking people.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, so the three of you return back to the dining car, and you see Gregory is just kind of standing over by the bar, just screaming.
I was worried Gregory was hurt.
Nope.
Of
He's
course, Gregory was screaming.
clearly terrified.
Oh no. Lucia's just going to run to him and just, oh, my little mouse man.
Oh, God.
I would like to appear as the most strong, authoritative person
All right, whatever.
to comfort said mouse man.
Said Massive.
Can rest him from my cold, dead arms.
And I will.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we have a mystery we're supposed to be solving. Because you'll have your threesome later. Oh, I became Irish, I don't know that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're Russian. You're.
Yeah.
I
Just a
follow.
little bit, yeah.
I'm with you.
The large Russian man, he just disappeared.
Oh, thank God.
What happened to
no.
him?
Oh,
There's
handsome.
another one. Everyone just disappears. I don't know what's happening.
Can I? I mean, my sister's still fine, passed up behind the bar.
Yep. For
Cool.
now.
Can I sense where the Russian was? Is there still a strong fate energy in that disappearance, or is that different?
Why don't you use magic? Or you could read a bad situation.
I will use magic.
No, investigate a mystery or use magic. Sorry.
I will use magic because
Okay.
weird is much better. Please help. Please help me.
There you go.
9 plus 2 is 11.
Okay, 11. Nice. All right, so the magic works without issues. Choose your effect.
Okay.
You can use any.
Observe within the place and time.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to see if Anton and the people who disappeared have gone to the Fey realm and see what they're doing if they are in the Fey realm.
Okay. How does your spell work? How does your magic work?
So
What does it look like?
it is. It is very much. I mean, I'm gonna not to keep pouring into the same issue that we're dealing with, but it is very much kind of like the mirror into the whiskey, and looking into the mirror, like the mirror of Galadriel in Lord of the Rings, where it is looking in and seeing what is happening, and seeing what is going on with the people who have disappeared.
Okay.
Will you look into the mirror?
I will. You know I will.
Do you need to borrow a compact?
I think you look into the reflection in the windows of the train car,
Okay.
and as you see reflections flash across the window, it's almost like a moving picture,
Okay.
and or a motion picture, if you will. But you see a scene of there's Anton there, in it's a place that feels very much like the Feywild, but is not a place that you were ever at. It's
Okay.
very dark and sinister looking.
To the Underdark.
What's that?
To the Underdark.
The Underdark, yes.
Okay.
And you see Anton sitting there, sort of not lifeless, but immobile.
Okay.
And there's sort of a silent scream on his face, but you can see his eyes moving around. But you see an old man, sort of half devoured.
Oh.
And you also see a you see a crumpled fedora.
Oh no!
And you see a white towel and a bow tie on the ground. The bow tie is around a skeleton.
Oh.
That was fast.
Well, he was expendable.
Yeah, we did not care about that waiter when he
Yeah,
disappeared.
right, yeah. Also, Anton is kind of there, paralyzed, but looking around, as well as the old lady. All right. So, Lucia, what are you doing?
Well, I'm comforting Gregory. Because as much as I am using him, I have a small fondness for him. He's my little mouse man. I think at this point I'm getting frustrated because this was a nice vacation. I've had to call my boss. People are disappearing. And everything smells like fairy. I would like...
She doesn't.
Bad thing.
She doesn't.
She
She smells great.
She smells great. Thank you. Smells beautiful.
Smell beautiful.
Lovely.
Like brimstone, like home. But I'm trying to decide because what I really want to do is yell at him.
Do it.
Because there are fairies here, and I believe it's your fault at this point.
Okay. All right.
But I think the more effective thing would be, what's the thing of cold iron that I have? I have brass knuckles, yeah?
Yeah, but they are actually iron knuckles.
Yeah.
Cold iron.
You have a set of rings that are made out of cold iron.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, God. Bitch slapping you would be so nice right now. I'm not going to, though. But I kind of want to. Oh, drama.
What do you want to
Do what you want. I will play into whatever you want to do.
All right, so Lucia is going to put Gregory behind her and wheel on Drew.
Okay.
And after a large bow, I hate to play into the stereotype of the fiery Latina, but at this point, I am
Valid.
a demon. And after a long string of swear words in Spanish, she is going to take a deep breath. Pixie boy, there are people disappearing on this train. It smells like fae, and I'm having a hard time believing it's not your fault. And she's emphasizing that with a poke.
Absolutely, she is. No, I know that poke.
Do something.
I am trying to do something. I just really understood what was happening. There is a darker fey at hand.
I thought that you said that they were all light and stuff, remember? You said the shadow cannot be...
Well, my understanding of the fey was light, but there's a darker side. A fey that I don't understand. A fey that is not of my kin, if you will.
I want Liliana and Lucia to roll weird.
Oh, awesome. Just in general?
Yeah. Making a custom move.
9 plus 3 is 12?
11, 12.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I may not be
12
magic,
all
but I'm
around.
very
Whoa.
weird.
Yeah. The three of you are kind of like staring at each other, and all of a sudden, everything goes dark
Go through another
as you
tunnel.
pass through another tunnel,
Damn it.
It's cozy.
and then everything becomes bright white light for a moment,
Okay.
and then you pass through another tunnel, and everything for Lucia and Liliana feels disgusting and weird. For Drew, you feel home. And a darkness passes over Billy. Only the light of Maggie's candle remains. And then her eyes pop open and she says, I did it! I did it! I did it!
What?
We've crossed over!
So it's
Oh,
that
hell no.
bitch's fault.
Oh shit.
Okay. And
Oh, Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
I love Maggie so much.
She's so
I'm
good.
I will put
I-
your organs
yeah.
in individual jars.
Liliana's gonna turn to Drew and be like, "What have you done?"
I haven't done anything.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab Maggie's hand and run back to the dining car with it.
I think your scarf. Somebody's
Oh,
hitting
sorry.
something on their mic.
Oh.
I'm sure that was me.
Okay.
As much as Billy would bother
Yes.
to run.
So you guys are all arguing, and Billy and Maggie run back in.
Tell them, Maggie.
Tell him what? Oh, I did it! I crossed this over
Crossover where?
into the Feywild. You may have never heard of it, but it's where the fairies live. And there's strange things afoot in there.
Oh, man.
But why would you assume that we've crossed over into some weird dimension of your mind?
Oh,
Oh, shut up. We all know what the fuck is going on.
Just high five.
right?
I love Liliana.
I know. Oh,
Like, she's a witch. He's a think of witch, and she's a demon. You're a fairy, and I fucking am just tired. So let's get the fuck done with this
Oh,
shit.
Billy's not a witch.
Oh, no?
No, he's just a faker. He's like the best. Like a great at this. Like,
Oh, I suspect, since you were, I don't know, is it genetic? No, it's not genetic.
not you.
I am just Billy.
Oh, all
Not
right.
his mom.
I mean, he's just my eye candy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed that.
That's your eye candy.
Yeah, precious Amy.
I thought she was your
Charming, I'm sure.
Lucia just, like, snorts. Art imitates life.
Maggie gives you a look like, oh, bitch.
Nope.
You know you want my man. No. So, but the thing is, like, now you can see it.
Can see what?
That right there.
Oh, look at what she's
We
pointing
all
to.
turned.
Oh, God.
And you,
Cinematically.
right? Yeah. Ah. Oh wait. And you look over, and behind Book Lady, who's kind of standing there in the middle of the room, you see this great, tall, unnaturally thin, but also shaggy and fluffy. This creature that's just kind of all limbs and fur. That's almost more like smoke.
Do I recognize this creature from my time in the Feywild?
Why don't you investigate a mystery?
Okay.
See, I told you there was the big the shadow thing, and you said there was not a shadow thing that was fairy.
Well, it wasn't fair as far as I knew.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't answer
Oh,
questions.
it's sharp, and I'm thinking what the sharp because I've been
Yep.
thinking.
If you don't know the answers to things, maybe.
Oh, that's a 5. That's
Oh, is
not
it?
good. But I do more. I had a pencil at some point.
No.
No, there it is. I got it. I'm good.
Yeah. So, so the thing, you all turn, you look, you see the thing, and it raises up its arms, and several more just sort of unfold from it.
Oh, Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy.
Like several more arms.
Several more arms.
No, several more creatures.
Oh, God!
They're like,
That's the most raggy.
it duplicates itself, and they're all kind of like arms raised
Okay.
up.
Oh, no.
They're almost like what was it, gibbons?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like raising their arms and they're like coming at you.
Nope.
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 But they're all just like it's like they're like furry, super thin Sasquatches. Like think Slender Man meets
I don't like that.
Okay.
Slender Man meets like Chewbacca.
Not okay,
Not
but
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
And they have these like glowing purple eyes. Yeah.
And they rig of the Fae?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm writing a note
Yeah.
trade to fuck that.
Yeah.
Liliana's gonna
Who's
start
doing it?
shooting at them.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what she's got.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So, sorry, it's been a while since I've done this one.
No,
So
that's all right.
it's-
So you're going to kick some
kick
ass.
some ass.
So when you get into a fight and kick some ass, roll tough.
So 11.
11.
Straight. I don't have any pluses, so
All right. That's all right. So that's on a
yes,
10
11's
plus.
all right.
So you get to choose one extra effect, gain the advantage and take +1 forward or give +1 to another hunter. Inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. Suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them.
I'm gonna inflict more harm.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna say maybe. I mean, this can be like maybe I don't know like a whole bunch of stuff, but maybe because of my time, like I put a little. There's like a little bit of iron in my bullets or something. Just because I know from my time with Drew.
Well, I think it was more like I just cinematically like if you had to put me down, like you had like that bullets or those bullets ready to like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Just my time with Drew has informed my decisions, and also once he showed up, I'm like, God damn it, I have to pack the special bullets.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't want to kill him.
Right. Okay, how much harm does your weapon do?
My harm. My
Probably
weapon,
your revolver.
Yes, it's my revolver. Okay, there it is. 2 harm, close, reload loud. Yes.
Okay. So we're okay.
So it'll be 3
Yeah.
with extra.
All right,
And I take a harm.
yes, you're going to take 2 harm as one of them slashes through you.
Okay.
And the shadow of it just seems to seep into your soul and burn.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Who's doing what?
I
So Nick, for the way combat kind of works, it's just kind of like a free for all. Anybody can kind of do
Right.
a thing, and we try to like let everybody do a thing before we move, before somebody gets to do a second thing.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
Jump in
So-
when you want.
So yeah, if
Right.
you have a good idea, say I'm ready to go.
I would like to set something on fire.
Ooh, okay.
So my question for you is that big magic? Is that just there is underused magic inflict harm?
Yeah, that's just a used magic. Big magic is when you're doing like a ritual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna bitch slap a bunch of fae.
Yeah.
The question is, do I have one target, or can I just see? Can I area burst that?
You can. You can see all 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you roll? Let's see how it goes.
God. 9 plus. Is it weird?
Weird. Yeah.
A 9 plus 3 is 12.
Ooh. Okay.
I really set them on fire.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that. Yeah. So you do 1 harm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see all 3 of them kind of recoil as the fire hits them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, shove Gregory behind the bar.
Yeah. But it's clear to all of you that what does that look like?
It is almost like you see Lucia's eyes turn, demonic, fiery red or whatever. And obvious, it's a very obvious cause and effect as the 3 gibbon monsters basically just, it's like a wall of flame. It's just popped up for a brief moment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So a wall
smells
of flame
like
sort of
brimstone.
erupts around them, smelling of brimstone. Yeah, and you see them sort of shrink back, and one of them just like bursts into complete flames and disappears.
That's good.
Oh, good. Good thing we're not in a small enclosed space or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That was dumb of me.
Billy or Drew?
What does I'm gonna call her Marion, Lady Librarian.
Oh,
What is she? Does she look
like that.
unsuspecting? Like she was just standing there and these popped up, or does she look like she's focusing?
She was standing there, just kind of watching all of you very studiously. But then when you all turned to look and saw behind her, she turned and you see her like kind of react, and she like bolts over, not like scared, but just like very clearly like smart, getting the fuck away.
Gets out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she comes back over by all of you. So yeah.
And there's 3 of them?
Well, there's 2 now.
There's 2 now. And did I see... Did she miss with her rifle? Like, got it. Did it look like it?
Yeah, she hit the middle one, like square in the like the torso mass.
And it did react.
Oh, it did react.
Okay.
It looks very hurt, and like
Okay.
it's slowed significantly.
I think I'm gonna do Mr. Impy and just sort of almost do like a blast, like down the aisle. Sort of imagine them like in the aisle, the main one kind of in the middle, and kind of just send Mr. Impy out as like kind of a blast wall to sort of push it back or see if it goes through it. Just sort of give us some space
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
and push it back.
Why don't you use magic? Roll with weird.
Why don't I?
Yes.
Oh, that's because I suck at weird. Oh. 7 straight.
Nice.
8.
No,
So
7
seven.
straight.
7
That's
straight.
not bad.
Okay. All right. All right. So, choose one of the glitches.
This is always the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
How is it going to screw us over? It's going to be so
Magic draws immediate unwanted attention. Well, that seems useless right now. The effect is short duration. The effect is weakened. Problematic side effect. I like that.
Okay. All right. You feel it just sort of like shrieks out. Just the shadow just erupts from your pocket, and Liliana, you see that shape again as that little shadow just streaks out of your pocket, and it like slams into to one of them, the one that Liliana shot, and it just starts clawing at it, and you can just see shadow and smoke just sort of shredding itself, and
Wait,
just
who's clawing what? Which is what?
both of them are clawing each other. Your imp and the gibbon smoke
Just
monster, yeah, they're kind of like clawing each other, and it just kind of
Pokemon.
It's super effective.
right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
that's right.
and they both just sort of shred each other into non-existence. And you feel a burning. You feel a burning in your pocket, and that stone that you've had since you made your deal, it just burns through your clothing and plops out onto the floor and cracks into a puff of smoke.
That is a problematic side effect.
No,
You're not getting another one.
I'm sorry. And,
Clara became your mom for a second. You're not getting another one.
No.
You broke your
You
toy
ruined
that
it.
day.
yeah.
The only one you get.
Save your Christmas money.
Mr. Impy.
Drew, what are you doing?
At this point, I want to try to. I mean, I feel bad because they're all fake creatures and they're in my house. There's one left, right? Like one
Yeah.
left. Okay, I'm gonna try to jinx that one
Okay.
and try to give it a -1 forward, or interfere with the monster and what it's trying to do.
Okay.
That's a 5 plus 2 is 7.
Oh, good.
No. Oh, 7. Okay. All right.
So on a 7,
Yeah.
hold 1.
Hold 1. Okay.
And I will use that to interfere with the monster, minion, or bystander and interfere with what it's trying to do.
Interfere with what it's trying to do.
Mhm.
Okay. So
So I'm going to kind of call on and Krister and be like,
Uh-huh.
what is going on? Like, you have a lot more power than I do in this realm. What can you do to help?
You feel you feel something in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
and it's burning your palm. But you open your hand and look at it, and it is a single 38 shell, a 38 bullet. And you look over it, and you see that Liliana is holding that exact same type of gun that takes this bullet. And you can feel from the burning that this is cold iron. Solid cold iron.
Okay. I'm going to instinctively toss at Liliana. Fastball special.
First, you're just going to say, toss the bullet at
That's what I'm doing. But I feel like she knows, like, that is a...
Fastball. It's a bullet. I'm not going to question it.
Right.
It's like, all right, put it in the gun.
You know what bullets do.
Yeah, I know what that shit does. This is my wheelhouse. And like, and then at the last thing.
Yeah.
Oh, go!
Oh!
I mean, I rolled a 3.
I know! Give me why!
What do I add to this?
Do you want to spin some luck, maybe?
Yes, I will spend my luck.
Spend your luck.
I forgot, yes, I will spend my luck.
No. Otherwise, I was getting shot.
This could be how
And cold iron in me is not good.
Kimmy moment.
I know, right? Yeah. So you're spending
I'm
luck?
spending my luck.
Okay, good. So Penelope wasn't standing right behind the...
Ah, my sister, you bitch!
Hey.
I would have.
Yeah, you would have.
But I totally would have. Because that was the first thing I thought, that's a miss. So you pop open your revolver, you slam the cold iron bullet inside, you raise your gun, you fire the single shot. It splits through the fey creature with a crack. And as it travels forward, you see it kind of hit the wall, and there's almost a shimmering as just a field of energy passes over you all. And you return back to the dusk of the Swiss Alps, traveling along in a train. All is quiet and still. And the four of you are standing there looking at each other. Anton and the old lady are just kind of unconscious on the floor in front of you. And you can see Penelope's sleepy, drooling face behind the bar. The four of you are looking at each other, and Book Lady is standing there, like, kind of taking all of you in, and she says, "The things that I have seen here today are exactly what I was afraid of. Forgive me, we have not been introduced, but my name is Violetta Sandini, and I work for the International Criminal Police Commission. I believe I have a job for you. And that's where our credits will roll."
Yay!
Like, do I have to immolate her too?
So good.
And that is how the first Grey Division Joint Response Team was formed.
Love it.
I want to see more adventures with them.
I know.
Yes.
Oh my god, those four characters are so beautiful.
Second season. Prequel second season.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
I'm
right,
just putting it
guys.
out there.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
During this game, we reached almost $2,300, so we're
Wow.
at $2,277.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna stop for just a second. Don't go away. We're just resetting titles and stuff like that, which is why the stream stops. We will be back in 15 minutes
with Shadowrun, run by Tappy. So
wow!
very
Of course,
exciting.
Tappy's
Of course,
Shadowrun.
yeah, naturally.
So,
and again,
yeah.
who is our top
Our
donator?
top
Is-
donor for this game was, let me see, Christopher. So thank you so much with $200. $175 donated during this game.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to
Thank you,
match up to
Christopher.
the 150.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much. And we will be back soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Have fun.
Yes. This was so much fun.